This is your thing, buddy. You're in control of this one.
Yeah, I think are we live?
We are live.
Hello all, it's Oliver and Mark from Pierrot the Acid Clown. The clown's locked away because he's due to perform tomorrow. So we're just going to do a quick little live stream. We're going to review a couple of the live streams and performances that we've been sharing on the page. We also like to show you around the venue for the Clown's house party tomorrow. But before we start, I just need to share something with you all. A friend of mine, he learnt to drive in a Nissan motherfucking Cherry GL. Now, I just want you to think about that for a moment. Just think about it. My mate learnt to drive in a Nissan Cherry GL. Just ponder that. Just see where it takes you. But anyway, so this is a venue for the Clown's house party tomorrow night. Manda's house, just by Lakota, St. Paul's. The beast is here, nearly set up, but Mark fucking forgot the cables.
Yeah.
Manda, it went Manda.
I was literally in my
Look at Matt.
Are you naked, Manda?
Manda's semi-naked.
That's what everybody tunes in for. Really.
This is what everybody tunes in for. So basically, tonight, this fucking dickhead forgot the leads because the clown wasn't there to fucking tell him what to do because he's boxed up in the loft ready to perform. Fucking the van wheel fell off. Can you believe it? With equipment in it. So now the driver's just fucking sat around waiting. But we're gonna, we're here to promote the clown thing, and we're also here to sort of talk about a couple of the musical performances that we've shared. So here's the first one.
Can you believe this is where it started 5 years ago? This is the first episode of the URL.
And turn the volume right
here
up.
he is tonight,
Germany, and
Oliver's back in for the
lo-fi.
fifth birthday party.
It's the first birthday one I've done, isn't it?
It is the first birthday one you've done. It's only taken me 5 years to come back. So this is how low budget we were when we started. Literally, we're streaming off of Oliver's Mac, and I'm using my phone to. That's Liquor Live, and in a minute we showcase Pretty Addicted. But then something happened at a festival, and Pretty Addicted now hates us as well. So 5 years on, we're influencing people and winning. Yeah,
Influencing people with friends.
and then. About 3 months in,
friends in Mark's case.
Literally, about 3 months in, we picked up this dude.
Severe confusion.
Welcome to the show, my man.
This is one of Jim's first appearances, I think.
Oh my god!
I know, right?
Oh, what? Is it my
The hair. Oh, I forget I actually had
How you
hair.
doing, Charlie?
See how low budget this was. We were using an iPhone, this iPhone here, and it was in front of us, and it was picking up everything, and it was honestly. So. Welcome to the 5th birthday. For tonight's show, we do have Jimmy Scavenger and Oliver Gould. Oliver Gould is the man who came up with the idea for this and then ran off with a younger model and then ran off from his younger model as well. Yeah. He keeps threatening to do a new show, which we're all waiting patiently for.
It's probably not going to happen.
No, but you'll only abandon it after 3 months.
Yeah. Then who will run it after that?
Mel.
I'll leave Sonny to it.
So yeah, it's 5th birthday, original cruise in. I just given you a little taster of how we started off. Look how different it is right now. It's ridiculous.
How much older we are.
Yeah, literally. How much less hair we've got and all the rest of it. So, shall we rock on into the show?
I'm definitely winning the less hair one. You are, aren't you? Well, I don't know, Mark is.
Yeah. You're compared to what we had.
Oh, mine's covered up.
You're getting that.
I'm getting that. Spanking issues. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I set myself free from all that's below me. I set myself free from all that's below me. I set myself free from all that's below me. I set myself free from all that's below me. I set myself free from all that's below me. I set myself free from all that's below me. I set myself free from all that's below me.
You still mic'd up?
Oh yeah.
Until I'm done.
Let's talk good music now.
Oh yeah. We squashed that one a couple of weeks back.
From all that's below me. I set
How's the sound out there, people? Please let me know.
You will not speak until I'm done.
Ben says he grows enough for the 4 of us, fellas.
Yeah, but he's ginger. He's ginger. We don't want any of that hair.
Boy, careful.
I knew that, Roy.
Hey, watch on that ginger though.
Are you actually up?
It's not actually that ginger.
I thought it was going to go.
Until I'm done. You will not speak until I'm done.
Sounds a little subdued.
Set myself free from what I've become. Accept your defeat because I'm done. I'm falling with my head against the wall. The damage cannot be undone. You will not speak until I'm done.
This all sounds very separate, doesn't it? It's not like it's gelled. Yeah, it's not all gelled together.
But yet I'm rising.
Reminds me of there's room for all the parts, but too much. You take too much off that vocal, especially the top end. You'll leave some of that body in there. You know, I know a lot of people go on about this cutting away at 250 hertz and stuff, but you've got to be careful with that because that's also where you body a character for your basses, you know, because you don't exactly hear the bass feeling, but you do hear those overtones. They're what give things warmth. It's like people say, oh, 3K or 4K or whatever, oh, that'll make it boxy. Well, it boxes the character of the sound. Yeah, then boxy it is, you know, there's plenty of room for it. I feel like you're going to get lots of producer advice off the gym tonight. I'm not too sure that's going to come from over here. Don't take any from it.
Don't take any advice from me, generally.
I don't know. Take business advice off you.
Not very good at
advice.
I'm not good at that either.
Yeah, and he's not good at presenting. Yeah. This is a conversation I've had with him recently. Like I said, it got natural bit present. No. He should definitely be on the radio. I think he should have his own show. I think he'd go down a fucking treat. You?
Me?
Yeah.
Fun.
You'd be better at that. Now, for some reason, people love it. You doing it. Dream team. This reminds me of like a cross between like hardcore and My Chemical Romance.
Well, that kick drum is an up-tempo kick drum. There's a lot of arguments about that kick drum in the hardcore scene.
Really?
Yeah, the real hardcore people don't like the up-tempo people. There's this whole thing. I was with the producer at
Yeah, I'm name dropping already.
and I was interviewing him, and I brought up because he hates the up-tempo kick. I tricked him into snagging it off because obviously he's a he doesn't like broken techno. He loves broken techno. Yeah, he's a proper techno.
That's not a big kick.
No, it's the go.
Yeah.
Up-tempo kick. But he hasn't quite got an up-tempo kick there. He's using a really poppy snare to make that. Actually, what that is just a heavily overdriven kick. When you overdrive something too much, it goes.
Yeah, then you just gate it.
But that's like really weak. But I mean, it might not. I'd say that people get confused about being up-tempo.
That's alright, it's not my thing. What are you listening for? Yeah, it just sort of needs gelling together. It's nice, everything's got its space. You hear it all, but maybe a little bit too much, if you know what I mean.
Set myself free from all that's below me. I set myself free from all that's below me. You will not speak until I'm done.
I kind of prefer the hardcore. I didn't really like the My Chemical Romance influences within that.
I thought you were going to say that. You're not an emo fan then.
I'm really not an emo fan, although I do believe that Divine Masculine does all his own lyrics and does all his own guitar work on top of there, so he didn't...
Fair play.
Yeah, he didn't sample it off of anywhere.
Is it all just one guy then?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a solid 8. Didn't particularly like it, but it would have made you move on a dance floor at 6 in the
I
morning.
thought it was a good tune.
Yeah.
I thought it was alright. I really liked it, yeah.
These guys don't mark, by the way, you know, so you're just going to get
say whether I think it's alright or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to have seen a little bit more width, especially on the vocals. Yeah, but the thing is, I think where there was the guitar and singing bit in the middle, the automation would have been too drastic. So actually going from that hard kick, the middle section, I saw the singing and the chord changes as the drop, and then the sort of middle drop.
Yeah, just on about the actual production values,
okay.
you know, and it's more of a personal taste thing as well, you know.
Of using excessive force, one even pulling out his weapon in front of several small children.
It's very easy to sort of slip vocals down to that point where they're a little bit nasal.
Yeah.
Which I find slightly irritating myself, but that is, again, like I say, personal preference thing.
What's it? Lucy H. At Divine Masculine. So that's a no then. Thought you were Ollie Gould.
Hey?
I
I read that. I didn't really know.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
Lucy H. What does that mean? I'm the only Oliver Gould here.
Fuck, literally.
We don't want to scare anybody.
You shut your mouth, you bastard!
Divine Masculine says, Lucy, no, I'm Renee. Don't think we have met.
What, she thinks that Divine Masculine's me?
Yes, I think so.
Fucking hell. What?
Maybe she's just saying that Divine Masculine. You are the Divine Masculine.
I hope
Maybe
not.
Lucy fancies you.
hope
Lucy,
not.
do you fancy Oliver? If you do, we need to have talks. So it looks like we're in for a harder style night, which is good.
So who's this?
Oh, apparently the lyrics sounded like Ollie. This is Blazing Bonsai.
What do you mean, when have I ever done lyrics like that?
I like the way that you put Oliver's back up like within the first 5 minutes.
Brilliant, keep it up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether to be offended or offended.
I think you should be offended. Oh, right. None of these bastards want to eat my fucking cookies.
Well, hardly fucking surprising, is it?
No. Jim,
So you're going to eat one?
Oh yeah, I'm going to try them.
Oh,
Mean food, I love mean food, smell them.
eat it then.
Not right now.
Eat one, no, you've got like 3 hours, do one an hour. Do 1 an hour.
It smells like
Dog food and cookies. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Bastard!
Oh, mate, I can't, yeah. I might decimate one of them a bit later, but...
No, you only allowed those cookies. All around the edges.
Come on, that's what I was going to do, actually.
I don't eat.
Excuse me all.
Hey, that could be the cure to your disability.
Yeah.
Spam cookies could be this.
Yeah.
Try it. You've got nothing to lose, have you? Go on.
Yeah.
What? You've got nothing to lose?
You've got nothing to lose, Jim. You've got nothing to lose, Jim.
Hey, they lived on that as a fucking staple in the World War. Don't act like you're not. Yeah. Well, they didn't. No. This would have been a speciality because they didn't have that shit then.
Yeah.
You can't take the piss out of spam because us as a nation won the
lived
war.
on it. Yeah, absolutely.
We won the war on spam, Jim. What are you saying? Are you taking the piss out of elderly people?
Yeah, we don't want to do anything.
I mean, we can do.
He's better than World War II people, he said. I think.
Yeah. Spam off better,
Bastard!
Right, I looked at the ingredients and apparently there's 2% ham in spam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's the pork percentage then? Because
90
I thought
something.
ham was pork.
Yeah, so
So it's like,
Just, hold on, let's... Just so you know, there is definitely spam in these.
sludgified pork and ham.
Apparently I've not cooked them right though. What I need to do is bake the ham first. Cook the spam first, but here we go.
Oh, it's so wrong.
Eat a bit.
I will do,
Eat
I
a
will
little
do.
bit. Do it now.
Big bite out of the middle.
Right, so, spookies. You sure you want some? Oliver? Alright, spookies.
Here we go.
He's gonna like this now. He's gonna take over his pot noodle fascination.
I mean, it's not horrific.
Fuck's sake.
Whoa. Oh, it stinks. Fucking hell. Smell that?
I'm not smelling death.
Absolutely smells like butcher's dog food.
I mean,
What I give my dog, it literally does.
the cookie kind of overpowers it. It's like there's no spam in there at all.
Fucking hell. You
Nice.
smoke that much weed, his taste buds have gone.
Correct. I kind of like this one. It's rolling along a bit, keeping you interested just about.
I kind of forgot it was on.
Ben says, just think of fry up as almost the same stuff.
What, cookie?
Well, I mean, it's not far
Oh, yeah,
away.
he's American. Those idiots eat fucking nuts.
Oliver Linear offending everybody from the minute he gets in the building.
Well, only American.
How would you make it better, Jim?
Bastard.
That sample used more. Get rid of the melodic content and stick a big fat sound in the middle of it. Another line.
Yeah,
Go along with it.
yeah, I would agree with that.
To fill it out. Because again, it's kind of hollow.
It's hollow now.
Yeah, I get that. I still think it deserves a solid 8, moves along nicely. Again, it's a warm-up track, it's not
That bastard chopping that up and putting it in as lines.
a bastard.
Yeah, putting it into something that you can make an acid line out of it. If you go on the equivalent of a Rex player.
Jim is a Reason user for all those people out there who don't know what a Rex player is. Rex lives within Reason. And yeah, have you got anything you want to push tonight?
I'm playing the Runtings gig Sunday.
Ooh.
Okay, there too.
No, Lost Horizons. You know Shangri-La section of Glastonbury? Well, it's their venue.
Oh, okay.
And it's the Formation Records and versus Runtings gig.
Okay, what are you playing there? Donk.
Jungle. Vinyl set. We've got Groove Rider, Drum Sound, Bassline Smith, DJ SS, Distorted Minds, Fabrico, Promo. We got Ragga Twins, Toddler, Stars and Deezer, Thriller, Mad Sam, me, Big Spin and Cuts.
Okay, so that's
Big
not too
lineup.
bad. That's not too bad.
Big lineup.
Big lineup.
Yeah. Oh, I got to take this.
Ooh.
Hello, Aiden.
Ooh, business online. Who knows?
You doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I agree with Jim there. Something in there just to give it a little bit more dynamics would be awesome. A bigger line, maybe. But as it stands, it's a competent track. It rolls along nicely. So yeah. Alrighty.
Right then, I'll send you a link.
Cool.
This very moment.
We'll play that one next. Oh, we're having internet issues today. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Morgan Juniper.
Always something different then.
Always something different from this guy. Right, Jim, you're in charge of the show. I'm going to go get a drink.
Should we have some dead air then? Well, you're going to have some while I find the right Mark Gardner fucking profile.
Oh,
It's got so many.
Where's the copyright?
There we go. So is this an oldie, a new one, Morgan?
I imagine it's a new one. However, Morgan's style is very sort of 90s-esque.
Some sort of little breaks and stuff at the end of sections and that to break things up, to keep interest going. I don't think I ever leave a beat alone for more than about 16 bars. That's
every
some form of somewhere, even if it's really small, even if it's just a slight deviation on the hi-hat or whatever.
Yes, just to keep the interest up.
Yeah.
I guess he's kind of trying to do that with the synths.
Nice atmosphere in there, nice use of space.
Morgan's style is dead good.
Yeah, not just using pan and level to put things in their own space, but actually using EQ and different amounts of reverb and different reverbs to put things in different spaces. When you do put something big stereo on like that Beverly Hills Cop.
Went bang real quick. What business were you sorting out? You licking decks?
No. So Aidan from Rui Tui and Father Funk, they were working Boomtown. Their laptops were just really dusty, so I had to strip it and then blow it out earlier for him. And this was the only time he could grab it, so that was the time. I like those weird slicing noises in the background.
Adrian Reese says a few months ago, me and Ricky were listening to Fortet's Glastonbury set, and we were thinking we need to do stuff like this, but the finished result was fucking 16 minutes long. Excellent, Morgan. You've got like
nice that.
What, a minute and a half of silence afterwards.
Yeah, why not?
And why not?
Should we listen to the silence?
Yeah. I
Better
just
than
treated them to loads of dead air.
It'd be better than most of the stuff on this show.
Ooh, the rapier wit from the Oliver Linear over there. So, Oliver, what do you think of that track?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, no, you didn't. Jim?
I like that. Yeah, not
all right.
my sort of thing, but I did really like it. I really like the sense of depth it had.
Yeah, not a bad track. Again, I'm going to give you a solid 8. I'm giving everything a fucking solid 8 tonight. Good little track. Again, it's more towards the beginning of the night. And like Jim said, it had a kind of 80s-esque feel to it. There's USBs under there.
Oh, God.
What's he got to do
You're
with
going to burn your house down.
I think so. You predicted a fire.
I predict a fire. I predict a fire.
Yeah, your phone is going to be the one thing that pushes it over the edge.
I predict a fire.
What is the...
I predict a fire. What? There's anybody left in here that doesn't want to be out there? I predict a fire.
I don't even know how the show became popular. What are you eating, Jim? Don't you show them one of my spam cookies?
He's scared.
I'm alright with a white chocolate cookie, cheers.
I think it might push him over the edge.
I think you're right. Oh yeah, apparently we've got a helicopter overhead because there's somebody running around with a gun.
Oh, wicked.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, so Hostapal up next. Light on Brighton, live melodic down-tempo beat.
That kick's nice and big.
It's coming from the modal, I believe. There's a micro freak there. I think this is one of the Yamaha refaces.
Are they expensive Sims?
250, 330, 300 for that, and I don't know what this is. It looks like an Erica synth. I could be wrong.
So he spent $1,000 to make that, did he? I'm only joking.
He's not.
No,
He's not. He's not.
I actually like this. I do actually like it.
He's a genuine cunt. Where do you think?
Where's the rule?
Rule, whatever it was.
It used to be called Oliver a cunt at all times.
Yeah, but yeah. And now it's just call someone a cunt at all times, and that is rule number 8.
Yeah. I live on.
Your legacy carries on.
I'm going to go for a piss and I'm going to take the mic.
Okay. Make sure you
Turn
hold
me up.
it close.
Turn me up.
Put it down nice near the...
Turn me up.
Yeah.
Greywood says British banter at its best. I'm not too sure best is the right way to describe it, but you know, it's definitely banter. Oh, I meant to play Jim's song after that. Damn it.
It's only just a little bit less down tempo than this, so yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a good squelchy bass going on there.
It's going to be a personal preference thing for me on this one. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too slow for me.
beautiful soundscape.
To be fair, the mics have only ever picked me pissing up once.
Yeah, but I literally put it in the toilet.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I
Nice.
put it in the bowl as I like eagerly aimed.
Did
tried not
everybody
to
hear
aim
Ollie
on it.
pissing?
Did anybody hear Ollie pissing?
Yeah, did you?
Mr. Wiggly's in. Says, hey, happy birthday, URL. Stuck in the middle of nowhere with patchy internet on mobile, but big love to all. Thank you very much, Dom.
Hello, Dom.
All right, Dom.
They like me more on your show than this one.
That's because you're not a cunt on Dom's show. You hold yourself back.
Basically, the trick to stopping me being a cunt is put a 10-year-old girl on the show. Basically.
I can't imagine we're going to get a
Then I
10-year-old
behave
girl on
well.
the show. Sounds all kinds of wrong. Oliver wants a 10-year-old girl. You heard it here first.
I've never said like, no. I just said that's the only way to make me behave.
Yes, Todd, there are loads of Klein Army t-shirts, so I've got 200 of the fuckers downstairs. I just need to sort out an eBay account so I can actually fucking sell them.
So basically, you ordered 6 times the amount of your viewership.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, they'll all go.
Will they?
Yeah, I sold 200 of the original Klein.
What, to Benjamin in fucking America?
I believe Ben does have one, yes.
I think Ben's got 10, hasn't he?
Adamski's just joined us. How's it going, my man? Oh, and Jay's in as well. Jay says, are you saying that Jim is a 10-year-old girl?
No, clearly not.
Not that I know of.
Behaving. It doesn't work because I'd be behaving now, wouldn't I? If I was a 10-year-old girl. But good observation. Better luck next time.
Okay, the one thing I will say about this jam is it's getting louder and louder as it goes on.
Well, you paid $1,000 for the setup. Fucking hell, let him turn it up. He's got to get something out of it. Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, he's only here till about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Probably, yeah, about 8:30. Sorry. No, I understand you.
Okay.
What was that?
Bob says, well, SCAT was about to make a batch, but I suppose he wanted to avoid your situation. What situation is that, my
What
friend?
are you talking about?
Yeah, Bob, I can't find the original comment to that.
Who is Bob?
Bob Van Hove. I think he's part of Technogram.
Oh, is it? Hello,
I
Bob.
think so. I'm not reading that comment out, Dean Doors, at all.
Why not?
Because he's got those two words, that word in it.
Oh. What, now it's a pedalo? No, I don't think Aaron didn't not make anything because of Mark.
T-shirt saturation. It's not that I'm saturated. I can't get them to you at the moment. I might go through my buy me a coffee.
What's that?
Buy me. Do you not know what buy me a coffee is?
Yeah, but why do you mean you're saturated?
Because I've got 200 t-shirts left over. Can you possibly put your mic a little bit closer?
That doesn't make you saturated.
Well, it does that I've got 200 that I can't fucking shift.
It's because you're too lazy to fucking promote
That's
it.
true, that is true. It's not as bad as the URL t-shirts I ordered the week before Oliver decided to fucking run off. And
Hey.
it was only because there was a spelling mistake in the t-shirt that I could return all fucking 400 of them. That was insane.
Yeah, but you would have sold loads more with our breakup because that was like a fucking beef.
Yeah.
Our pages never responded better than when we were arguing.
Maybe we should go back to that.
I lost
Who
like
knows?
200 followers. It was hilarious.
God,
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah. Phew. I had people giving me shit on Messenger.
No.
Yeah. They were like, don't treat Mark like that. I was like, who the fuck are you to tell me how to treat my friend? Fucking prick. You watch him on a weekly show that I invented and you're telling me how to treat him?
Yeah, do you know, I hate the fact that Oliver invented this show. I really wish I'd fucking done it. Because every time I have to say, this man invented the show, it's up to this man.
Yeah, I got slated.
I know. Why
Yeah, it
don't
was
blame him?
hilarious. It was your fault as well.
Anyway, can we get back to the track? A little bit slow for me.
Fucking sandwich filling.
Yeah. Do you want to take over the show, Jim?
No, you're all right. Ollie could sit here.
I don't want to sit there.
There's nothing worse between slam
Oh,
being
right,
slammed between an
yeah.
Oliver Mark sandwich.
It's not good. I don't know. The Jewel Oliver sandwich was probably the worst situation.
When have you ever
Oh, that
done
was
that?
hilarious!
Oh.
Oh no, he did. He came on the
I was on the
Bombastic
show.
Sounds a couple of times,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
agree.
they
Right?
were terrible
Were you
times.
sat in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They both got these massive fucking chairs, and they put
Yeah,
you on this
put you on
tiny
this
little
little
stool,
stool.
and you're fucking like
That was
this.
Ollie's
innit?
doing, that
and I'm
was,
like,
that wasn't me.
okay, this is fun.
You should have seen Obi-Wan when he came in.
I probably did watch that episode.
Oh, he doesn't know how to. He doesn't like stuff like that.
Does he
And
not?
Then we had a rage and argument when he came in, and Ollie was just like. he turned around to me after and went, "I thought it was all put on." I was like, "No."
Anyway, to get us back to a music show, that track was okay, tiny little bit too long at 7 minutes, and that's why I'm going to give it a 7.7. It's just a little bit slow for me. It evolved really, really slowly for me. Jim?
I quite liked it, but this isn't exactly the situation I'd choose to listen to something like that.
Yeah.
That's something I'd probably listen to at home because there's probably some quite clever rhythmic tricks and stuff in there that just can't really. It's quite a difficult listening environment in here, isn't it?
Yes, it really is.
Here, a speaker
Him
over
there.
him in one
Me
ear.
here.
Yeah.
Oliver, that track?
Spend another $1,000 on equipment. Or sell it.
Ooh,
One of the two.
ooh.
I'm joking.
Actually,
Honestly,
whoa, whoa.
I did actually like it. It was really interesting.
I wouldn't take anything Oliver says seriously, even if he says he likes it. He probably didn't.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, but pointless me saying anything really.
I did think that, but it's fun to have you on the show. Okay, so this is the Weird Monkey.
New tune for the new album, going to be hopefully finished towards the end of this year. Don't know, it takes a long time to write this stuff.
People love me now. They love me. The nastier I are, the more they like me.
I know. I was at Reading '95 and Cypress Hill were on, and the two guys that were next to me were like, "Scream us! Tell us to fuck off! Abuse us!" And I'm like, I don't get this attitude, but if that's what you want, it's fucking weird.
This is Jim. I'm going as much further as I can to be weird as possible.
Not really?
Scavenger.
Rolls.
Adamski says, "I love Oliver. He can beat juggle like a bad boy."
I can.
But my love stops there, Oliver.
Who said that?
Right. That
said
was
that?
Adamski.
I don't even know who that is.
He's very big in the Wiggly crowd, and I thought you were very big in the Wiggly crowd.
Oh, well, in which case, I love him.
You know him well.
Mr. Wiggly's podcast is my new home.
It really is. Are you on next week?
No.
Oh.
He's scared of taking my time from me.
I don't know if you noticed, but Oliver's been doing beat juggling, and his last offering into beat juggling was Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of, I believe.
It was. I got a new one, though.
What have you got?
I don't know what song it is. I'll play you the beginning of the video so you know what song it is.
Okay. Well,
Because
anyway.
obviously I've covered up the album with a white label, so
Yes.
I've got no idea what I'm messing around with now.
So I've set up Killing in the Name of with 8 hot cues. I'm going to do some sort of rival to what he's done.
Oh my god, fuck
It's
off.
going to be horrible. It's
I
going to
can't
be
wait.
horrible. It's going to be horrible. Because I said to him, get your fucking controller surface, mate. Why are you fannying around with needles and shit? Yallop says, "Nice monkey." Dynamic says, "Love Weird Monkey." Polyrhythms for days. Phil says, "Good track."
This one.
Adrian says, "Mark."
No polyrhythms in this one, believe it or not.
Really?
No.
I can't pick out the song.
Do.
Link him up. Put it on in a minute.
Yeah, send it to me. Where is it?
Send it to
Well, no, I haven't done that's just me practicing, so I don't forget what I've done.
Okay.
So I've got to wait to do that one. But it starts off with "Break that shit!"
I know it, but I can't remember the name of it. Bomb track. No.
It's not bomb track.
It's one of them.
When are you doing this, by the way?
When?
Yeah.
I was going to do it just after the Mr. Wiggly show, but I was prepping it as we were doing the Mr. Wiggly show, so.
What, so you're just going to be going,
Yeah, literally. No, you don't even need to. You don't even need to move that.
so basically you're not beat juggling it.
6-8 at half time.
This one?
Yeah, okay. So this is it at half time and then the other bit's 6-8 at full time.
Okay.
Just a different way of expressing it, that's all. I hate using where people traditionally think their names.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the previous track.
It's another waltz, that's what.
Did you spend £1,000 on equipment?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Jim?
200 quid on a laptop and 350 quid on my software.
That's got to burn the last person that was on.
Oh no, hang on. I paid nearly 700 quid for my speakers and
It's evened out then.
Bob says, cool tune this one. It's playful and a bit weird. Synth says,
it's in the name, isn't it, really?
hey, Weird Monkey, enjoy the odd beat and metallic sounds.
Thank you all.
Not my favourite track you put the URLs way, Jim.
None of the Weird Monkey ones are until you hear them in context, though. You said
With the
same
whole
thing,
album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's because we listen to it cold rather than listen to the entire
you
album.
listen to it as an album. Once it's done, it'll have a thing to it then.
I'm going to give you Licking an 8 on that
Be
one,
the
Jim.
6th Weird Monkey album.
6th?
Yeah, well, 7th.
My God.
Yeah.
You're a prolific motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's made too much stuff.
as well.
Have you made anything recently?
No.
Why not?
I'm too obsessed with beat juggling.
I know. Well,
Every person that says to me, "Oh, can you do a remix for me?" I'm like, "Jim, do it." Jim does it.
No,
Up about 2 hours ago. This is what I got so far.
I've got a couple of my own things coming out.
I can do this.
No, you can.
Yeah, like, please line in, for fuck's sake. You can hear the crossfader more than you can hear...
No, what I did is I accidentally plugged my phone into a fucking active line and it blew it. So
nice.
Because I'm not using an iRig, innit? I'm just using just a jack.
Yeah.
And it blew it. So then I have to set up OBS in my phone and I just can't be arsed. That's one of the hardest things to do, that bit.
It looks really autistic.
Tapping like that and pulling the other record back is fucking stupidly annoying. But there's no line in mark and it's at 2.8 thousand views and 152 likes. So what the fuck does that tell you?
That tells me that people like garbage.
Yeah. And the further you go away from garbage, the worse you do.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. People like meme tracks. That's why I'm eating meme food, motherfuckers. Spam cookies, spookies.
Whoa. Do not call that garbage. This country won the war on that. Watch your mouth.
Here we go again.
Watch your mouth. What are they all saying about me?
Over this way.
What are they all saying about me? I want to feel good.
Right, you've no idea how much you could damage his fragile ego right now by saying
It's
that was
true.
the gashiest thing you've ever seen in your fucking life.
Fucking was though, weren't it?
It really was. Like, not even a line in, for fuck's sake. Anyway,
They're all being nice to me.
bastards. Can I please draw your attention to Horsefest 5, which happens this Saturday? There will be me, there will be... I say me. There will be the Clown Jewels, Petrol Horse, Petrol Bastard, Deaf Neon, Rave Machine, Hexagon Chick, the Sex Cripples, Octogoth, Hot Pink Sewage, and the Paul Taylor Experience.
Yeah, but aren't you the Clown Jewels? Aren't you
I'm the best.
me? Aren't you the me of the URL to the Clown Jewels? No.
I mean, ish.
Yeah.
I'm basically the best
so
of the
it is
band.
you. You are.
I'm basically the best of band.
You're the only clown.
Well, Doghouse is kind of a clown. He puts his face up.
He's a farce.
Ooh,
Listen to that. He's no
ooh.
clown. He's
So,
a
yeah.
doghouse.
He's
an animal.
Well,
He's not a clown.
he paints
How
his face
dare
like
he?
a clown.
Yeah, but that's fine.
So,
women paint their face. You calling them clowns?
I'm not going to answer that one on the grounds that people might think I'm a sexist cunt even more than I am already.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I'm the best of the band, but instead of maracas, I shake a 303. Woo! So yeah, if you want to see me shake a 303, take your ass to York this Saturday and come and see us. I believe Matt.
Fucking trek, mate.
It is a bit of a well, no, like maybe the people already in York should come.
Yeah, but wait there. You've just shaked to 303 at them, and they've stayed at home, and you're going, "I'll do it again if you go to York."
Yeah, but noise will be coming out of it then.
Oh, that's even worse. It's even more reason not to go.
Crackle and pop and stuff, isn't it?
Well, right, because we're taking such a slim down kit, I'm going to take the longest MIDI cable I can and the longest audio cable I can, and I'm going to sit in the audience.
Have you had an argument with Whores Fest or something?
No.
Because you're really like not selling it very well.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
What we're doing is we're not taking any equipment. I'm going to go in the crowd and shake a 303.
Right, the reason we're not taking that much equipment is because we're going up to the fucking thing in a Fiat 500.
Okay.
Do you know how big a Fiat 500
Whose Fiat
is?
500 are you going up?
Warren's.
Warren's Fiat 500.
Right,
Where's Warren got a Fiat 500?
Because that's the car he's got. In fact, he swapped his old Fiat 500 for an
new
exactly
one.
the same model.
Good lad. Good lad, I'd do it.
I would have got a
I'd
bigger
do.
car.
No, I wouldn't.
Literally, so we have to take.
They're like minis. They're like really
They're worse
big
than
on the road,
minis.
and then they're really tiny.
Yeah, but
Inside.
mate,
Yeah, tell me about it. Me, Warren, and Doghouse in the same car and some kit. That's why I'm only taking one of these.
Yeah. So you're only playing a 303?
I'm only playing a 303. So that's Horsefest, ladies and gentlemen.
Deal for you.
It really will. Really, I know.
Sounds boring as fuck to me.
Hardware and even I can manage that.
I'm going to book my taxi.
Adamski A says, you guys need a smart car. That'd be even worse. Okay, so this is Actionless Loveless. He usually puts in some really quirky stuff, so... Fuzzy says, bring a distortion pedal at least. It's too much kit, my man.
It won't fit in the car!
Exactly, right? It won't fit in a Fiat 500.
It won't fit! I can't do it!
Fuzzy says, hey everybody, I've got a few minutes before each baby pukes. Yeah, Jim, he's just had another nipper, hasn't he? He only had one like 3 years ago.
Oh, Jim, you're fucking up your end, mate.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You've definitely got more energy than me.
Yeah, but he's Irish, isn't he? That says it all.
Does it?
I believe last Clownfest you were here, and you were here on the Jim Prendergrass day. Oh my God.
Me?
Yeah, the amount of complaints I had from Jim about you that day was ridiculous.
What?
Motherfucker just talked over everything. It's Oliver. You decided to have him on your day. I was going to leave him out so he didn't come in the entire festival.
Because we couldn't understand a word he was saying there on the thing, like, you know.
He was like, he was a disrespectful cunt. I'm like, I know.
Jim said that?
Yeah, I was like, I know.
You pissed him off?
Yeah, literally.
Amazing. I wonder why I haven't spoke to me since.
Fuzzy says, he always talks over everything. Exactly.
Yeah, I invented the show. Fuck off.
Yes, but I carried it for 4 years after you ran away.
Yeah, ruined it.
Oh,
No talking over music. Oh, fuck, that's... Oh, shit, it's coming in 3 minutes. 2 minutes.
That wasn't going to happen with me coming in, was
This is really nice.
well, Dynamics says Kraftwerk vibes. I'm not digging it.
No, it's not Kraftwerk at all.
No?
Dynamics. Definitely not Kraftwerk.
Fuzzy says it was for Kleinfest, though you're not the URL, so you're nothing to do with it.
Fine.
Good comeback, mate.
Yeah.
Amazing comeback.
When you can't pick your battles.
Nobody can do this entire.
No, actually, Jim has been in contact with me.
Has he?
Yeah, you wanted a favour on a 1210.
Alright, did you do it?
Oh, no. No, I'm going to do it. I might not now.
Jim, I wouldn't. I'd send it somewhere else now. Is it you?
No, I don't hold grudges.
Nice.
He was pissed off at me until he realised he could use a favour.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, actually, Ollie is actually alright. He's just got verbal diarrhea. It's not his fault. Hey, could you sort me 1210 out there? You know, the ting doesn't like ting, you know, like start or stop. Okay,
The tinger is not tinging.
The ting is not tinging, you know, when you put it down on the ting there and it doesn't spin right. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, missus.
It's
Go
right,
and boil me some cabbage.
He's leaving in about 5 minutes, don't
Go
worry.
and get me moving there 2 minutes like on the ting, the taxi's on the way, like, you know.
Well, you're 10 minutes early.
Oh!
Oh!
Driver's arrived? Right.
He's off! Yes!
been a pleasure.
So yeah, this is the 5th birthday, and unfortunately we did have to have Oliver in because unfortunately he decided to make this whole thing.
Turned up for fucking 5 years.
And
I was kind of wondering, actually. It's a good question, Ollie.
Which was? Why did I get him in?
I started coming on this day with no idea that it was going to be this perfect.
See you later, fella.
See you later, mate.
Don't forget you got a Clown Fest set coming up. Cool. Right, well, there's Oliver Gould out of the building, so it's just me and Jim for the next hour or so.
And I'm still not eating spam cookies?
Please eat some spam cookies. No. Please.
No.
Right, well, I'm going to let you talk about this one because it didn't really gel with me, so off you go.
I quite liked it. Good mix of, like, there was some very nearly melodic pieces in there that weren't melodic. I quite liked the distorted and jangling edge to it as well. And the fact there was actually a bit of construction there, you know, it actually went somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Like I say, the actionless, loveless stuff is usually really kind of quirky. That was kind of more together. If Oliver wasn't screaming and shouting, I might have been able to hear it a little bit better.
Hear it better as well, but I did actually quite like that.
Okay, time for something completely different. Klaus Wassog, I believe. Impossible Force music, indeed.
Wrong direction, not easy to stay.
I think the vocals might be a touch loud. Do that. Pop this one back out there. Do you want a cushion, Jim?
And now it's still mine.
Yes.
Right, make yourself comfortable, mate.
This is all very civilised.
I know, right? It's crazy, isn't it? How'd you like new chairs?
Take care, Jim, of what, Phil? Oh, that Jim.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what have I done? Why? Where is the danger?
Why can't you see?
Adamski says, I like the driving distorted downtime gabba vibe to the last one. They've got a bit lost with it. Yeah. Oliver, was a pleasure. Enjoy, guys. It wouldn't be a URL birthday without having Oliver in, unfortunately.
That's what it has been before, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I always wanted him in, you know, the motherfucker just never did it.
Well, he was meant to come in the last one, weren't he?
Yeah.
I was here.
Yep.
We waited, and we waited.
And that was it.
Yeah, that's all we did. We just waited. There was a lot of dead air that night, if I remember.
There's always a lot of dead air. Right, I think that is Oliver's mic.
Mine's still working.
Yeah.
Not enough to change my life. We all have to do. Cause what we're soon.
Dynamic says a whole 50 minutes of Ollie, exhausted. Yeah, absolutely, right? You're glad he didn't stick around for the entire fucking show.
Might get to hear some music now.
Yeah.
Could you put mine up again? So I'm really upset because you didn't listen to a single bit of it. You just didn't pick up on that speed change or anything. All that clever shit I put in there, why do I bother?
Yeah, well, I know, right? And then Oliver comes up with some dodgy fucking,
thousands of likes
and truth, yeah.
Says it's no good at marketing. I'm like, so you can market your shite and get thousands of likes, and we put on genuinely fucking good
music, and he gets like 4 likes if that.
Yeah.
For you, for me, for them.
Actually, as Oliver says, I was expecting a bit more critical, technical critique, though. Not with Oliver in the building. And unfortunately, we've moved on now.
Right, guitar tone here, I was just about to actually...
I've never expected.
It's too low compared to the vocals.
It's really easy to take off too much of those lower tones because guitars are really present, especially if you're picking them up with a condenser microphone. Is what you'll find is you get a lot of presence in that 250 to 300 hertz range, but that's natural. That's what gives them that nice bassy feeling. That's where they resonate. That's where the body's resonating, and it's really easy to cut too much of that away, and it does make your guitar sound a little bit tinny.
Yeah,
and it's a good thing to do if you've got bass going as well, because that will really interfere with your bass. But if you've got no bass going and you're just doing the guitar, I always think go as full range as you can.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
I would even accentuate the bass a little and just put a little bit of a dip around the 250 to 350 hertz mark. Just quite a gentle dip, not take too much of it away.
What it means for you.
because guitar and vocals together, if you've only got those two things going on, you haven't got to worry too much about them bleeding over each other. You just pan one slightly left and the other slightly right. You centre all your bass up to about 300 hertz, and then you centre everything over about 7k. And what you end up is with this nice, you'll find they sit together really well without having to EQ too much of either of them.
Yeah, in that last strum, you could tell that it was all tinny.
Yeah, it's the too much of the bottom taken off.
The only thing I'm going to say about this one is Jim's right. It's a little bit tinny, and the vocals were way too loud compared to the guitar. On my limit.
Yeah, you could see the difference.
Yeah, the guitar was here, and then the voice came in, and it kind of popped it up a bit.
And you do want the voice to come a little bit over the guitar in
just a touch,
just in that frequency band where your vocals sit from, especially from the sort of 2.5 to 7k. You want your vocal to be that little bit more present than the guitar.
Yep.
Because the attacks on that guitar and the top end that you get from those plucks will go over the top of your vocals anyway. Your brain will fill in the gaps.
So basically, all we're saying is add a little bit of bass.
Yeah.
Go full range.
Yeah. Don't go so overboard with the low cut EQs and stuff.
For the song itself and how it sounded, it's all right.
Quite not really my sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was okay, but yeah,
depressing maybe. But
there's the one. Now I know you can catch this guy at Kleinfest 9, and he is doing some techno, I believe.
Whoa.
Completely different.
So an eclectic geezer then.
Very much so. And if you hear his voice, it's very kind of high pitched. But when he sings, it's not. It's in that lower tones. You know, it's like Matt Dobbs. When I first heard it, all right then, and I'm like, that's not the voice. That's not you're putting that on, mate. It's like, no, it's genuinely how it is. Okay, so we've got 2 from Leaf today. This is the first one.
Let's be honest. £10 probably won't get you far these days.
Get your bag of weed. So, Leaf up first, I believe this is, and then we've got a Leaf and Johnny T coming afterwards. Leaf, you got some sort of left-right issues going on here, mate. The right channel is louder than the left. Yeah, like... Oh no, this is Leaf and Johnny T. Acid John and Leaf, the alien make good drugs. Want to score.
Very trancy edge to it again.
That's John's influence, I believe.
Yeah.
Steve says, is Leaf from DA? Where's DA? What's DA?
As far as I know, Steve, there's only one Leaf.
Yeah.
Steve's part of the FOD crew, I do believe.
Oh, okay.
Right there, Steve.
I so wanted to come and see you at Dare 2 the other week.
Oh, it was wicked, mate. It was really good.
I can.
Bunch of legends.
Oh, Deviant Art. I don't think so, Steve.
No, I don't think so. How many viewers?
Oh, no.
Oh,
That's...
total.
Yeah, but that lies.
Yeah.
Almost feel like there's a timing issue there. I know that Leaf works within Studio One. I don't know what John uses. I get the feeling they're going to make us wait a long time for that break as well. It's too fatiguing. It's gone on for too long. It's all the way through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which you can get away with if you just leave stuff out and like use it as a. It's more of a minimal trick, you know.
Yep.
So when I say to people a lot of my music's actually minimal, what I mean is it's all made out of the same thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like people are always expecting 20 or 30 stereo channels, and it's usually about 8 or 9.
Simple. Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Use all your elements, hold them back.
Yep.
Use them when they're effective.
Yep.
A lot of the time, less is more, especially with dance music, because if you think of it, I've said this so many times, but if you think of your frequency range as your glass, you can only have 100% of your glass full before it spills over the top and sounds like shit.
Yep.
So the more you've got going on, the quicker your glass gets filled up with little things. So that doesn't mean that you've then got a big fat amount of room for your kick and your snare and your hi-hat, which are the things that...
Yenti, take note to what Jim has just said.
Yeah.
Like we're ragging on Yenti so much for his compression issues at the moment.
Yeah.
But
we've been trying to get that impact and that punch, which you're not
overdoing it.
You've got 100 layers of sound.
Yeah.
Because you're just filling every frequency band up, which means that you've got nothing left over for a big kick.
Yeah. Listen to Jim. Listen to Jim. Listen to Jim.
If you want that snare to sound big and fucking slappy,
give it space.
A lot louder than everything else in the fucking track. If you've got 100 things in your track, that's not going to be possible.
Yep. All going to be competing with each other for space within that mix.
The less you've got in a track, the more you can do with impact.
Indeed. Owen Offset's just stepped into the building. How's it going, my man?
Yes, Owen. This is a man who knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the dude's writing style is just fucking amazing. Owen, if you've got anything you want to showcase, then send it over, mate. Send it over.
Yes, Charlie.
Okay, so Charlie said, spot on, Jim. I did mention, I did a minimal setup for the album. 2 TT303s, RD9, Neutron, maybe 2 VST channels. Rock the shit out of it. And I'm going to do a special for Charlie Ryan after Clownfest, because that's when the album is out. I'm going to give you licking an 8 on this one, Leaf. It was okay, but it did get a little bit fatiguing, and there was a lot going on, and it was a tiny touch trancey for me.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. And just, you need to sort of like be able to hold back on some of those elements and think of ways of bringing them in so they actually mean something when they come in. Not leaving them running to the point where people are just getting like, oh God, man.
Bored.
Yeah, can we just change it up? Because sometimes it's not about changing it up. If you've got a certain amount of elements to work with, your task then is to
present them nicely.
How do I get there? How do I get from nothing to this in a way that keeps people interested?
Honestly, I love it when Jim comes in. I don't have to do any fucking talking. Right, moving on. Leaf again. Oh, hold on, wait. Where is it? Oh, it's just a comment about it. Oh, I thought it was a double track. Okay, it's not. Okay, so we're in for some hardcore now. Oh, no, it's not. Derek said, I'm putting in a track, but it's 140 BPM.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Not what we're used to from you, dude.
No, not at all.
Galaxy. Well, that's straight away a dance floor filler, isn't it?
Literally. And it's so far away from what Derek usually puts in.
Yeah. Detroit sounds coming at you.
The frequency of liberation and vitality is the harmony of the entire galaxy.
It literally does remind me of those really big dance tracks that were like massively popular, you know?
Push me.
And then just touch me.
Till I can get my satisfaction.
And usually Derek puts in like hardcore, like nasty fucking hardcore, like sporadic, schizophrenic hardcore. This is so much more together.
I'd put some. Okay, so you're all that stuff there. I'd have put in a nice sub underneath that as well. You've got room for it there.
Yeah.
That should be going. Whoop, 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 whoop. If that just had that sub underneath it, that would be properly popping.
Adamski says,
I really like it.
Yes, listen to Acid tracks by Future. Literally drums and acid, super repetitive. The clever thing is the way the drum patterns come in and drop out throughout the track. Absolutely. The drums are the backbone of your track, and they literally move your track on. So if you can do nice, clever things within that.
I used to really like Leon Anaboldi, and he used to do stuff with like he'd have an 808 and a 909, and that would be pretty much the whole track. But somehow he'd just keep that with a bunch of
groove going.
Yeah, it just like build something out of it. I don't know quite how he did it, but
I can't remember his fucking name, mate. Who's the dude who just plays on 909? Jeff Mills. Literally, it's a 909, and the dude's getting groove out of it, you know?
Yes, sir.
Russ says you can't go wrong with Trax Records. I think I might have a few actually. Lucy says it needs a Hoover. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that one.
I'll just get that sub going in there. Someone wanted a Hoover.
Yeah, a sub and a Hoover. Bigger Hoovers.
Yeah. I really like it.
Bob says nice for a change. Unhinged Filth has a cheerful feel to it even. Yeah, I agree with that as well. It's commercial club ready, and I'm shocked to be hearing a track that is commercial club ready from Unhinged Filth.
It'd still be quite an underground club.
Yes. But that's not a bad thing though, is it?
No, that's wicked. I really like that.
Yeah, I'm going to give you an 808 on it, fella.
The harmony of the entire galaxies.
I like
Get some sub in that. That would have been my track of the night so far.
Well,
if I'd have just had that sub to go along with that bass line, lovely.
Well, listen to Jim, put a sub underneath it, and you've got a fucking corker there. It is a private track, so I'm guessing you could still do some work to it before you want to pop it out. Okay, so Spirit Baba up next.
Mano Mano. Time to freshen up your bathroom or kitchen. To best tackle those DIY projects, download the Mano Mano app, which offers free delivery.
DIY, home and garden.
Do they do work on caravans, trucks?
Do you need some work done to your caravan?
Can you install your double glazing in my caravan?
You looking for double glazing in your van?
No, but I do like to, when they cold call me, I do like to keep them hanging on and say, yes, I'd love a conservatory. And, yes, blue skylights would be lovely. Yeah. Oh, triple glazing, you say? Oh, that would be lovely.
By the way...
Can you fit them to 3/4 of an inch thick walls?
Chances are they're going to say no.
Well, I live in a caravan. Yes. They usually just hang up.
Apparently, if you swear at them, they then take you off of their call-in thing.
No, that's a lie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, totally. I used to swear at BT regularly. It wasn't until I kept them on the phone for nearly an hour and a half saying, oh, yes, we can do this. And, oh, our neighbourhood could probably chip together to get a little service box put in at the end of our road. Oh, yes. But what about the actual connection in my home? Because there's like 12 inches between my home. I used to live in a truck, didn't I? So there's like good 12 inches between my home and the track underneath. What do you mean? Well, I live in a truck. They're ringing me on a mobile. I had them on for about an hour and a half. Thinking they're going to get like 30 grand out of my neighbourhood
find silence like that really, really
disturbing.
Yeah, it's like, shit, did something happen? What the fuck?
I was wondering where the sigh was going to come in. Yeah, fair enough.
Adrian says, do some work on it before you pop it out.
Shall I tell you what's a really good, interesting way to build those kicks and bass noises? Is actually just using one synth with one wave on a consistent on, and then just using a bunch of envelopes on it. That way it's never out of phase, it never interferes with itself, it always sounds fucking fat. You can change the pitch and everything bang in time with when you want it.
Got almost psi feel to it, yeah, a universal love psi edit. Yeah. Also, does anybody know what TDS means? Total dissolvable solids, but I don't think that is the case here.
No. No. Toads and dicks and sandwiches. Todd drank some. He drank, but you know, he could have drank some, couldn't he?
Titties! I get the feeling we're not going to get a break at all.
Okay, I'm going to go for a poo. Take a shit.
Tropical Death Squad, like it, Adrian.
Tedious drop syndrome.
Oh, Jim! Like it.
Take decent substances. That says descent, actually, Russ. Descent substances. Get them in only. You must go down to the hole.
Oh, this Alexander Beer is the guy who wrote it. TDS, Tiny Dick Studio. Oh, Tiny Desk. Tiny Desk. Sorry, mate. I read that so totally wrong.
Tiny Dick Studio.
I think you should change it. Yeah, I like the vocal trickery. The whistle works as well.
I'd like some really intricate fucking percussion work.
Yeah. There's been none of it.
Very minimal. It's reminded me of that advert with the eyeball on it.
I don't watch TV.
Oh, it's for like fucking Titans or something.
Oh, right.
For like one of those 118 services or something. Sorry.
Samfet says we'll bring the vocal chop down a bit. I don't think it sticks out.
That's alright.
Yeah, I don't think it sticks out.
Universal love is everything we have. Come on, feel it on.
Tomita was king of the synth whistle. I don't know who Tomita is.
Who?
Yeah.
Universal love.
Yeah, Alien Probe says the same thing. Itching for an off snare to come in. Yeah. Grey One says, looked at the waveform, thought it was going to be a lot, but progressed nicely. I would agree that it did move along nicely. It's a bit subdued. It's clever, the vocal works good, the whistle works nice. There's no percussion.
I say to meet the Japanese Wendy Carlos. Who the fuck's that as well?
Well, let's have a look.
There's gonna Google it. We're Philistines in here. Philistines, I tell you.
Every day's a school day.
This guy's got time to keep going.
Now, Alexander Beer used to put tracks in everything. They were very, very muddy. There was a lot of stuff going on in them. But now I think he's kind of pulled that all out of it. It was a nice little track. The only thing the only thing I will say is this was a bit disconcerting, but it worked. That'd probably be where you ended the mix. This might have been a touch long to get to the break, and there was no hi-hats or anything going on in there. All right, so this is Tomita.
Not hearing it.
No. Mind you, I'm just picking one at random. That's way, 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 way more down tempo. So yeah, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a solid 8 on this one. It's nice. It progressed along nicely. It just could have done with a little bit more percussion, just liven the mood.
Could have done with that and not being trans.
I agree with Jim on this one. Not that we don't like trance, we just don't like trance. Okay, so this is for the Sour Alien, and I just before this plays, this is where we were for Can't Talk About It, and Can't Talk About It was for Good Intents. They run a gathering, and to get to the main stage, you have to go through a tunnel, and you're literally about to see it now. So this is Tim's track, the Sour Alien, with visuals from the party that we were at a couple of weeks back.
Well, that's debatable, Synth Addict.
What's that?
It's the most famous synth album in history, and neither of us have heard of it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm back. I'm sorry, but that sounds like fucking cheesy synth reproductions of classical music to me, and I would rather listen to classical music, to be honest.
Yeah. To be fair, I wouldn't know any artist.
If you haven't heard, what's her name? I can't remember the bloody woman's name. Really good rendition of Liszt's La Campanella. D12 minor.
I know Liszt, I know La Campanella. I don't know. Really?
Oh my god, yeah.
Jim's having an orgasm.
Yeah, well, you know, if you want to make something really trippy and you just have one person playing it on a fucking piano, then that is how to make fucking trippy music.
Yeah.
Go on, Tim.
Womanster says, what a party that was. It was amazing. And the Clown Jewels had loads of fucking tech issues the entire night. It was hilarious.
Exactly how it should be.
Literally. At one point, Doghouse was like, I would just like to say that the tech issues had nothing to do with the sound engineer tonight. That was all our fault. Like, yes, it was.
Bless him.
Oh, apparently Tomita's a guy. It's cool to listen to how he did it, but indeed the original just sounds more pleasant. Okay. Bob says, I like classical music. Ah, we got bots in already! Fuck's sake. Who wants to be admin tonight then? Anybody want the job of admin so that they can remove all the bots? And the fact that they've come in after just literally an hour's worth of the show means that we're being noticed by something.
We'll let it roll.
Very old school drum and bass kind of sound. Do what you tell me. Yeah.
Gotta love Richard Cheese.
A little bit samey, this one, a little bit samey, but it's got attitude and aggression to it in a good way. Sanford says Richard Cheese down with the sickness is brilliant.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed, this is the Sour Alien, Charlie. This is Tim.
Richard Cheese in general can't really do much wrong in my eyes. Legend.
Adamski says
I like that.
Very 96, 97.
Style Druman bars. Druman bars.
Alien Probe says dark, and it is. This is Tim's, I've met him recently twice, and the dude is the most happiest, carefree, lucky guy that you're ever going to meet, yet he makes the darkest sounding drum and bass. So, Sour Alien for your asses. That was Tim Jenkins. I'm going to give that a solid 808 on that one. Little bit samey, but it had attitude and aggression, which is what it needs. Dynamic says lovely bass sounds. Tim again.
It's with that sort of drum and bass as well. It's all in the mixing, isn't it? You're only expecting to get 2 or 3 minutes of your track played, so.
Yeah, that's correct.
No point going overboard on fucking construction and composition and all the rest of it. If
you just want to shuffle.
You just want that fucking come in.
Yeah.
Get it back out, and then give me something that I can mix the next track into, and it's in, out, out.
I saw DJ Twisted mix at Lakota one time, and his set time had been squashed down a little bit. So literally, he was mixing like 8 bars before the break, and go, and then into the next one, 8 bars before the break, go, 8 bars before the break. I'm like, motherfucker, man. Hard work vinyl.
Drum and bass is a lot more hard work than fucking techno to mix.
Yeah.
Though my brother disagrees with me, he's a drum and bass DJ, but he's fucking good as well. He's really, really, really good in terms of actually being a vinyl DJ. Fucking 100 times the DJ I've ever been. But
I haven't touched vinyl for so long.
It's really funny giving him a load of techno records to mix.
Different style, isn't it?
Fall flat on his face.
Yeah, it's different style completely.
Then he enjoys watching me fall flat on my face, So.
Bit more drum and bass from Vladdy this time round. Don't forget you can see Vladdy at Kleinfest 9.
I thought it was V-Lady.
Yeah, so did I, to start with. So did I. For like 3 or 4 weeks. It wasn't until Lindsay was like, no, that's Vladdy. I'm like, oh, shit.
Sorry, Vladdy.
Welcome to the next level. What makes the motherfucker so damn fresh?
Sam Fett, the last track says 9 needed a bit more work on the mix, but it bangs nonetheless, absolutely.
We've got Warren on tonight.
Yes, there he is.
Warren Dancy, yeah. No, Warren,
Young? Yeah, Warren Young.
Yeah, Warren Young. No, I haven't seen him on tonight. I was going to say, he's like, I'm hoping he doesn't send me masters as well. Fucking rockets.
I love it when people...
Any old pair of bookshelf speakers will do.
I love it when people promo their tracks and it's just the KRKs that you've got in the thing. It's like, you promoting these speakers at the moment, fella, or what? Everybody does it.
No, me.
You do it as well.
Pre-Sonus.
No, yeah, no, you were.
But that's just because I'm doing it off the phone.
Yeah, no, I know.
So it sounds best in front of the speaker.
Yeah, I get it.
What makes the motherfucker so damn
But no, I hate those fucking things. I really dislike them.
Just for kicks, I represent with the licks. So here's the fix. I'm hitting harder than
you could have probably changed those hi-hats at that point.
Alien Probe. Yeah, Eris. I've got Eris, the original 8s, not the ones with the new dispersion horn on them. But I'm too close to them for that to matter anyway, so.
Adrian, it was a pleasure to have you on, and whatever you're doing at 4 in the morning, have a good time.
What makes the motherfucker so damn fresh? Welcome to the next level. What makes the motherfucker so damn fresh?
Yeah, Bob, I have the occasional vinyl mix because VK, my missus, is a vinyl DJ as much as anything else, so I do occasionally get to have I've got a couple of friends who've got deck setups as well, but I'll be honest, I just find it tedious and annoying.
Yeah.
Tractor.
Yeah.
Just give me that fucking sync button. I write the fucking tunes, for God's sake. I master the tunes, I mix the tunes. I don't want to be fucking beat matching the little bastards as well. Bad enough by that point. I just want to have fun with them. You know?
Exactly.
Loop the bastards up, fucking
Like,
snatch bits.
I did 10 years on decks. I know how to beat match.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the fucking ass. If I can just go bump and they're in, why wouldn't I want to be in the mix quicker?
Yes.
Will says, how much do you charge for mastering, Jim?
£20 a track. I'll do, at the moment I'm doing third track free. That's running until the end of the year. So if you've got 3 tracks that want mastering, but that's from a straight down mix down. I also offer mix down services as well, but I charge per hour for that. So rate's a little bit negotiable. It depends how much work is needed and how much artistic license you're willing to grant me for that. If you want to go full on, then just send me all your stems and pay me £30 an hour. I am very honest about, I'm very good at my timekeeping, so...
I was literally just about to say, Jim did the Klein Jules album, and I was in the chat group, and I saw how much chat went back and forth between Warren, who's the sound engineer making it, and Jim, who is the sound engineer trying to boost it kind of thing. He was like, no, do this, do that, don't do that, stop doing that, do this a bit more, send this over. Like, honestly, the amount of chat, the amount of feedback that you'll get from Jim is fucking insanely good.
Which is what I was going to say, is that £20 per track also includes a round of feedback each way. So basically you'll send me the track, I can give you a little bit of feedback, and if you want to make an adjustment before I go for the master, you can do that. And then when I send it back, if you want it a little bit sharper or a little bit duller,
just talk to Jim.
Just talk to me and you get another round of feedback that way. You know what I mean? Because I'm only interested in having happy customers.
Exactly.
I'm not interested in letterboxing your sound or forcing it to be as loud as anything else, when actually I'm more about preserving the character
dynamics,
and
absolutely
dynamics, and making it sound.
Who have you mastered stuff for recently, Jim?
Recently, I've done Hansdale Brook,
nice.
which I'm really, really proud of, because I absolutely love.
He's a lovely fellow
music.
as well.
I do quite a lot of work for Filth Infatuated Digital, so
I'm going to meet him soon. We're playing together somewhere. Yeah, we're playing together.
Absolute
somewhere.
legend. I do quite a bit of work for Martin, and obviously I do 90% of Ollie Linear and Moving Slavo and all his other projects as well. So I mastered for the Geezer.
So like
Obi-Wan,
not just like your mid-range fucking artist, but literally your top-range artist to go into Jim to master your stuff.
But also people like Illit and Noir, and so people who are doing soundscape stuff, cinematics. It's not just
boom,
techno.
boom, boom, 4/4.
Yeah. And also my latest thing, I've been working with a guy called Pete Dawson, who's part of an outfit that you should really catch up with on Bandcamp if you like your drum and bass, because it's a bit special. They're called Convulsive Therapy. So it's the Dark Matter and another guy on Bandcamp. Go catch up with them. I've been doing some mastering for them, and it's some rather special stuff.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Warren says it was an incredible service, highly recommended. So there you go.
Warren.
Bob says, how can we reach you for a master, Jim?
It's
what's the name of your mastering company,
the
Jim?
mastering company on Facebook is called at Scavenger Mix Mastering Services.
Cannot be easier.
Yep.
So I'm just going to find a link for it here, if I can, quickly enough.
There it is.
That one there? No.
Scavenger Mix Mastering Services. If you click on the link first, then you'll be able to share it.
That one.
That's the one.
Go there. There we go. So, if you have got any mix master needs that you want sorting out, this is the place for it. Honestly, let me just change that over back to that. There we go. So that is Jimmy Scavenger's Mix and Master Service. That's what it's called.
You can also email me at scavengertechno with a K @gmail.com.
There you go. There's a second port of call for finding out for Jim for mastering stuff.
Or you can just message me on my Jimmy Scavenger or Monkey Weird Facebook pages.
Yep. But there it is. There's Jim there. So please, for the love of God, if you've got some mix and master needs, honestly, Jim, you could do a lot worse than go and see Jim. I'm telling you.
Personalised service.
Okay, so for this one, I think we all agree it was a nice tune. Had some attitude to it. I like the drum and bass, but the hats were too persistent for me. They were the entire way through the tune, and that
square 4/4 beat with very few sort of variations and stuff, which, especially with drum and bass,
you want
those
the
variations are really, really
make
important.
the track.
I mean, it's literally the almost unspoken rule of drum and bass in particular is step it up every 16 bars.
Yes,
drop it back. Do this, do that.
Yeah, take something out, put something in
every 16 bars.
Yeah, I agree with Jim. Okay, so Vladdy, awesome track, mate. It's nice to see some drum and bass from you as well. All right, where are we? Okay, next up we have the EML sound, so I think is working at the moment. I haven't seen him.
Let's be honest, £10 probably won't get you far these days.
Let's not forget Stereo Nutter.
Where what?
Stereo Nutter. Done quite a bit of mastering for the fella over the last year.
Unfortunately, we fell out over a Diamond with meme.
Good.
I know. I didn't want to fall out with him. He's a nice bloke. He's a nice bloke. So, maybe that will sort itself out. I put a ninja meme up.
Yeah, Will Joseph knows it. Yes, I did, mate. Yeah. I think they release their stuff and then they come to me and I master it and then they re-release it as remastered. But actually, I am mastering it from the original files. They're not real remasters.
Okay.
So I've just done a remaster for the Geezer and Parker 909.
Okay.
And
good track.
That was actually from the original vinyl master.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I had to remaster an already mastered track.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Was that easy, hard?
Quite a bit, really difficult.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It involves a lot more kit than I usually use because I want to bring some dynamics back into it. They've already been crushed out, so I have to use exciters and expanders and.
Christ.
Yeah, and also because it had been done for vinyl, literally everything from about 13k at the top and everything from about 40k at the 40 hertz at the bottom was cut off.
Yeah.
So that's why the exciters
just bring it back.
Bring some of that. Yeah. To try and bring some of it back. Yeah.
I don't know if you've been listening to Jim the entire way through this, but he's talking about frequencies and levels, and this man knows his shit. So if you've got some mix and master, get it over to this man. By the way, welcome to Point 2, who's just joined us.
Yes, dude.
I hope Eric is in the building because his track is about to be played.
I do like an unusual chord sequence.
I don't use chords.
Or modulation. I don't, Monkey does.
Oh, that's loud as fuck.
That's nice. It's very
synth addict. Yeah, mate. Do your Electrobe EMX, ESX have encoder issues? Yep.
Of course they do.
They're a 20-year-old tech. This one has had the knob jitter fix done to it twice. The first one lasted 10 years, and we're about 4 years into the second fix at the moment. It's like owning a classic car. Korg knew that they were pieces of shit, yet they continued to sell them. Basically what it is, it's got something to do with the ribbon slider and the PCB boards touching when you touch the ribbon slider. So all you need to do is put a couple of pieces of parchment paper in it, and then seal it back down so they can't touch. That Electrobe is 20 years old now. It was one of the first things I bought.
Jeez.
I know, right? And it came from Japan, and I had to pay £80 import tax on the fucker.
Got almost sort of pladdy vibes to that sort of melody and that. If it wasn't for the sort of square rhythm. See, I'd have had to do some really fucky stuff with the rhythm to...
Oh, like, did you hear Eric's first track that he put in?
No.
Really, really low. All the elements were kind of muddied into the thing. This is so much better. He's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah.
Give him some advice, Jim. Give him some advice.
I like this. You see your drums, like what you're doing here is you're playing off a bass line against a drum pattern, and that drum pattern's just kind of repeating.
Yeah.
What's a nice thing to use for your drum breaks, instead of trying to come up with a different break at the end of each sort of little section or anything like that, is literally put like your last bar or half a bar, put your drums in sync with your bass line. It's called unison.
Yeah.
Use unison alongside your syncopation, which is what it's called when you're playing things off against each other. So when you've got a bass line playing Dutch off with the offbeats, that's nice, but then if you bring them together as well at the end of certain sections, you'll get a really nice effect from your little breaks, and it will really help you to break your sections up.
Listen to Jim, the man knows what he's talking about. Synth Addict, cool, thanks. Need some fixes for sure, but still better than my Yamaha SU700. Yeah, the Yamahas are fucking pain in the ass. Check out Dean Daughter's page for the knob jitter fix. Get in touch with me and show me the problems you have with your encoders, because I guarantee it'll be knob jitter. It's a known fault within Korg.
It's a known fault within many controllers as well. All of the CME early, all the UF series like mine, all suffer with the exact same thing. And it is where the PC is where sliders are touching the PC board underneath, and when you're leaning on them, because the plastic chassis is too flexible. And the way to fix it is either 2 pieces of cardboard at the top and bottom of the sliders glued to the upper thing so that you can't push it down so far, or like you say, parchment paper.
It's bonkers, isn't it?
Yep.
It's absolutely bonkers.
Like they're trying to cram a lot of stuff into a small
space. Yeah, no, I get it.
You know.
Yeah.
And they want to keep it down to a price that people can actually afford as well, so you shouldn't really go too heavy on them.
Dean Doris just piped up and says the oven paper fix worked for my Electribes. I have a live video on doing it. Dean, that's the standard. If anybody says to me, oh, my ASX or AMX is broken, I literally point them in the direction of your video, because you take all the screws out, you open them up, you do exactly what's needed, you put it back together, and you prove it works.
And there's no fuss and faff.
No.
No bloody, oh, I'm going to talk about the principles of it and this and that and the other. No, just do the fucking job. Yeah, please. Yeah,
get it and gone, literally. And what bugged me is the shop that was going to fix it for Dean said, yeah, we'll do that for you. It'll cost you £300. And that's how I got into the conversation. I'm like, Dean, don't do that, mate. It's called the knob jitter fix, and I'll show you how to do it. And literally, just from the couple of pictures that I sent Dean, he then opened his up and did his. It's so easy to do. Eric, going to give you an 8.5 on this one. I love where you're going with it, mate.
I like that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's got
lo-fi.
The melody side of it, especially, and the intro there, it got really sort of like early Plaid vibes to it, which I really like.
Again,
that's, you hadn't noticed, I'm a bit of a fan.
Plaid fan. Yeah. That's a really good comparison to be compared to.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. It's just that use of melody was interesting.
I think
interesting chord progressions and stuff. I like that sort of thing, you know.
I think we're going to get a lot more from Eric.
I like clever music.
I think it's coming from Eric. Literally, he's using Fnatic 12,000 as a signed and off board and a musical teacher, and I think we're going to get a lot more stuff coming from Eric that's going to be a lot more surprising. So watch EML space.
Definitely will be.
Okay, Summer Camp 22, Basin Harbour, Exotic Accents live mix. I did wonder about this one, if this was an actual long mix.
Time to freshen up your bathroom or kitchen to best tackle those DIY projects.
No, go away.
Nude Ants Workshop.
We have. Oh, this is a new person to the. It's 9 minutes fucking long.
Welcome, but 9 minutes.
Yeah, 9 minutes.
Oh, tut.
I know, right? Okay, what's Synthetic say? Synthetic says, a nice simple fix. I was told it was a power supply issue. Not in the slightest, my man. I thought it was just bad encoders. Good to know. A hack. It's not a hack, it's a fix. It's literally a fix.
It's a fix for a design fault. Well, not exactly a design fault, but a design
flaw. Yeah. Korg were made aware of it as well, and they didn't do anything about it.
It's a bit like some of the early mobile phones. I don't know if you remember the jobbies that used to have buttons on the bottom like Blackberries and shit, and eventually the little plastic chassis would go, and buttons would go through, and you'd end up having to put a piece of fucking tin foil on them.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's the graphite fix is another one. If you've got sticky buttons or they don't work, open it up and stick some graphite underneath it.
Yeah.
I've got to do that to my ESX.
I've got to do it to my my tractor fucking blew up the other day. I've got a power supply issue on my laptop, and every now and then it puts a burst through the
No!
blew my fucking tractor.
Oh, you're kidding! You don't have a...
My S2 Mark 1. No, I haven't got a controller.
Oh, Jim, that must be horrific for you.
I put a Facebook post out about a month ago saying that if people want me to play, they're going to have to pay for me to travel there and stay in comfort. Otherwise, I'm just going to tell them no.
Yeah.
And it's great. I haven't been booked for a single gig. No more freebies. Done with freebies. It cost me an arm and a leg. I've spent most of my money over the last 20 years on doing this shit.
I will go out for a freebie if I'm doing this. No problem, because all I have to do is turn up with this. But if you want me to play at your party and you want me to bring all this shit with you, you're gonna have to fund it.
Where's the fucking...
I know. Don't get one of these, Jim.
Feels horrible. Feels horrible. Oh, they're horrible. Give me my S2.
The S2s are pretty cheap these days.
Yeah, that you can tell.
Yeah.
That is fucking awful. What have they done to it?
I know, right?
They have murdered the S2.
This I don't like at all. You can only have like 1 or 4 effects at any particular time.
Oh, fuck
gash.
off. Yeah,
Gash,
mate. Give me back my 3 slots with macro controls.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
1 slot with fine control. Because that beat mash is really good when you've got fine control over it. It's really good.
That's what I wanted. Okay, so this is a weird one.
Exotic accents mix.
Synthetic says, I might be tempted to snort the graphite. Don't do that. That'll end badly.
It hurts and grey shit comes out your nose for ages afterwards.
Have you done it?
On that one, yeah.
Why?
Because I thought it would be funny.
Okay.
You're talking to the man that snorted the fucking blue TCB tablets on Saturday night.
Nice.
Because we thought it would be funny. Blue shit coming out of our faces for hours afterwards. The fuck?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. The jog wheels are unnecessary. If there was a nudge button, but there's no nudge button. You know, up and down. They do on the N4 that I've got, and I tend to just use those rather than use this. However, Warren's got something very similar to this, but you've got to be aware that if you touch there, you're scratching.
You can disable that in settings.
Yeah.
That's what I always do, because they stick up so far, they just get knocked.
Yeah, yeah.
I basically don't use them.
However, if you use this these days, the FLX, whatever you do to it, it doesn't matter. It'll then the track carries on and it'll play from where you let go.
Yeah, but it still fucks it up.
It's a bit gash.
Yeah, just turn them off. It's much easier. They're shit. Jog wheels fucking suck, and there's no need for them in digital DJing. Use them fucking sync buttons, you bunch of regressive fuckers.
I'm happy with the sync button, and the key lock button for what I do at 170 is fucking is essential.
I use it for my warp drum sets because there's massive tempo jumps, like 5 BPM at a time. So with that key lock on, you can't hear those tempo jumps happening because they're happening in tempo jumps within the tracks anyway. So that's how I get from 145 to 150 to 155 to 160. Play a warp drums track with a fucking tempo change in it.
It's very subdued. No, it's not easy to hear. There's like, if you could see my level meter in down here, it goes right up to the red, then goes right back down into the green.
It's very dynamic. It's not mastered at all.
No.
It's nice.
Unhinged Phil says this track is not for me, and we are not shocked, mate.
I would have. Personally, because this is really subby, and I know that in here, like, this is not a very bassy room unless you're in the right place. I shouldn't be feeling this amount of bass sat here. I think you might want to come back off that bass a little bit and give your synths and stuff, because this sort of music, I can hear all that synth work and that nice background stuff, but you can bring that forward a bit and it still be in the background. I know you want depth, but do you know what I mean? Can you hear all that, and that's just so far back that it's not coming. It's not.
It's so subdued. It sounds like you've wrapped it in plastic.
It sounds like if this was sent to me for mastering, I'd be ending up giving it a massive top end, and then be worrying about that.
Morgan Juniper says, while it's a nice sounding kick, all the other elements are subdued. Yeah, very much so. Is that because if you turn them up, the kick gets lost in the mix?
It will do if it's got you leaving all of the bass in on all of those synth
Well, I was going
lines.
to say, there's not actually much going on, you know, it's kind of empty.
There's just not a lot in the top end. There's nothing much after sort of 500k going on there. After 500, sort of 600 hertz, there's quite a big drop off.
Okay, so Core Prophecy, ER1, DS10, Program 4 Nintendo, Quasimidi 309, and a Casio XWPD1. Sadly, this one's passing me by, and I don't know how to mark this one.
Yeah. I can hardly hear it. All I can really hear is the bass parts.
Yeah. Bob says maybe it'd be lovely in a K-hole.
If you want a K-hole music, go and listen to Plaid, Rest-Proof Clockwork album from beginning to end.
I don't know if you've noticed, but that's about the 6th time Jim has mentioned Plaid tonight, so go and listen to some.
That album in particular, if you're going to go in a K-hole, if you accidentally put yourself in a K-hole and you've got it in reach, put Rest-Proof Clockwork on it. It might well save your life. Or save you from a very unpleasant K-hole, at least.
Adamski says that RP bass could do with a filter modulation to say a nice bandpass. On say a nice bandpass, maybe. For me, it's just like it literally feels
all just very low. And
yeah, it feels
quiet.
like a muddy pool that's bubbling. Is what it feels like.
It sounds like you've mixed it on like a pair of commercially like Beats headphones or something.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you can just keep giving the bass some and everything else stays level because they can handle it. So what you end up with is you just end up with a really bassy mix. Yeah, just counterintuitive, but it's the same thing with Rockets.
I had the same issue with these old shitty Skull Candy. Literally, it was so bass heavy, so bass heavy. Graham says, sounds like something we recorded years ago, going tape machine to other tape machine and drums in another room. There's good stuff in there, absolutely there's good stuff in there, but unfortunately we can't hear it.
Can't hear it, as Steve says, exactly underneath.
Yeah. Just needs a little work in the mix stage just to bring those elements out so that we can hear them a bit more. So I'm going to abstain from marking this one.
I'm going to divert a little bit and say, if you guys like interesting artwork, Steve Jones does some mental stuff with Mandelbell 3D.
Okay.
Yeah, go and check out.
I noticed you've been a fucking shit hot on the AI recently for the Weird Monkey.
Only 'cause it's funny as fuck.
Are you using a free program for that? Are you using a free program?
Just crayon.com.
Okay, because I found one, but they wanted me to have 3 credits each time I wanted to make a thing.
Crayon is CRAIYON.
Okay.
Like Cray, AI on.
Well,
Crayon.
welcome to the URL, Nude Ant's work. Unfortunately, we really want you to mix that a little bit better so we can hear what's going on, but I don't think that's the vibe you were going for on that one. I think the low tempo, lower vibe is where you were going with this one. So let's
Bob,
move on.
I'm just not a fan of any of the KRK stuff.
No, me neither.
I'll tell you what, it sounds identical to Mackie stuff to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing, though, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You don't like Mackie?
No, it's aggressive. It's fatiguing on the ears. It's great if you want to have a DJ mix because you get that constant fucking cutting feedback from them. But as for actually mixing down tracks on, no, I can always tell. I can tell.
You got a pair of KRKs?
Yeah, Beats are that a fashion accessory.
Yep, they definitely are.
Fucking
Do you know how much they cost to produce?
No.
£9. 100% markup on buying the fuckers.
Because they got Dre's name on it.
That's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, Dale is cool, yeah. Like I say, it's Crayon now, but...
Okay, so this is Nazmaz, Nasty Mayonnaise. Track is
mayonnaise.
Brilliant, eh?
Yes.
Track is called Acid Burline.
Love that hi-hat, that's really different. Get a bit sick of 909 hi-hats, to be honest.
I fucking hate the 909, I really do. Nasty Mayonnaise, it says, I'm on, and you did it just in time for your track, fella. I think it's going to go down well as well. Complete contrast to the last track. It's fast-paced. Yeah. You can hear the elements. Everything where it needs to be.
Nice spread of frequencies. Lots of room for everything.
says, fucking hell, Jim, you mean we got to spend more money? Such a pleasure to listen to a master, though. Literally, I don't know if you know any background on Jim at all, but Jim used to be a teacher. Alright, you know, and if he's taken half of the things that he needed to do to be a teacher into the music realm, then listen to what he fucking says.
I ran music workshops with disadvantaged young people and adults pretty much all over the southwest for the best part of 12 years, and then taught in a special school for kids with behavioural issues, basically kids who'd been excluded from mainstream school for nearly 7 years, and yeah, taught music tech there as well, so wow, DJing, and yeah.
Jim knows his shit, like literally knows his shit. Damsky says, nice skippy percussion on this track. Agreed.
Nah, don't spend more money. There's cheaper things than Rockets that are really nice out there. You know those little tiny M audio speakers? You know the little powered monitors they do, the little 3-inch ones? VK's got a pair because when she lived on a boat, they just fitted. They were the only thing small enough to fit. And I'll tell you what, they are one of the most honest monitors I have ever used in my life. If it sounds like, if you can get it to sound good on them, it will sound pretty fucking good on anything else. Yeah. The only thing is they're only 3-inch, so they don't give you that bass response, which is why I've got 8s, because I'm sick of guessing what my sub's doing.
And the URL is powered by Jimmy Scavenger. These are a pair of missions, is that right?
Yeah.
Missions and
A02s and an Outcome Alpha 7 amp.
Yep, literally.
Which I actually got from Free Cycle myself, but I was using them to produce a mixture of those and another set of speakers I had, but these were the ones that like when you turn these things up, they act like a rig, basically.
Again, that's what you need.
If you can get it to sound good on these when you turn that amp up over halfway and it still sounds good on them speakers, it will sound good on a rig.
Synthetic says, when I worked at Apple, I found Dr. Dre in the employees directory and laughed. You should have so gotten his number and just plastered that all over everywhere. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, I like the M audios. I also like, VK's just bought a pair of cheap ones for DJing on. Oh God, what are they? Alesis.
Okay.
And again, like I'm actually shocked. They're little 5-inch ones, but I'm actually shocked at how honest they are. You know, they're not like she's bought them for DJing on, but the problem is like you can hear the difference between the production of the track so much that it puts you off DJing.
Yeah.
The Rockets are great because they kind of have that colour to them that everything sounds fucking great because you just turn it up on them. You know, a good pair of monitors don't do that. You know, you get like Yamaha HX series. You know, if again like the PreSonus, if you can make it sound good on them,
you're pretty much sorted.
You know it's going to sound like that on pretty much anything you listen to it on. They're honest.
Okay,
yeah,
happy track.
Like that.
Skipped along nicely.
Happy, but with that little edge of
dark.
Yeah,
I get you.
Cheesy happy.
But Todd says, really like it, but it's starting to get a little repetitive now. Yeah, I agree with that. It did towards the end kind of thing. I think that's because
it's exactly the right length for a DJ to be mixing with, so you wouldn't get that boredom. It was really quite a DJ friendly.
Yeah. I agree with Jim on this one as well.
Yeah, I think that was quite well put together.
Yeah.
The sound was lovely.
Clear,
quite unusual but quite unusual production level values. Like not exactly what I would have chosen, but it sounded good. You know, I like it when people have got a sound. You know, it's quite an important thing to do is build your own sound, and that sounds like
very much so.
You've got your own sound going on there. That's.
I'm going to give this one an 8.2, and what Jim says about the sound is absolutely correct. I had an EMX for fucking 10 years before I decided, before I found my sound within that, you know. It's very important to find your sound, very, very important. And it's not something you can force as well. It's something that just kind of comes along, you know. So Nazmaz, good track, my man.
Yeah, like that.
Aw, in honour of Mark and his dedication and effort to the show, happy birthday. Thanks.
Hey.
F the female vocal sample.
F the vocal sample.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Alien Probe, who is Marco Polo in the real world. I only made that connection a couple of days ago.
Cloud?
Oh God, no. What have wait,
what have you done?
I think I sent him an audio clip for this. 'Cause, 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 remember this. He asked for the audio clip the other day.
Yeah, nice one, Nasty Mayonnaise. Enjoyed that. Bob, sometimes, I mean, like, I've got a really nice, I bought a pair of Eris Presoners because I had the luck to be able to try a pair out at a DJ shop in Bristol a couple of years back. You don't very often get that chance with monitors, but the best thing to do if you've only got one set of monitors is make sure you've got other things you can listen to it on, because you've got to think, as time's gone on, no longer are people like rigs used to be really forgiving because they used to sound like shit basically. Modern rigs are almost as good as hi-fis now, so this production is beginning to matter. So people like me are coming along and going, no, we need to start mastering exactly the same way we used to when people were listening to it on hi-fis. It's not all about loudness, because your rig, your fucking stereo can provide the loudness. What it's about is that polish and making sure that it's an acceptable level, so that you're not up and down at the stereo, turning it up and down all the fucking time.
That's what drives me crazy with films. I'm watching films at the moment, and I've got to fucking
turn them up, fucking
turn them down again.
Yeah, there's too much dynamic range.
Yeah, absolutely. Drives me insane.
Yes, which is great if you're listening on a cinema fucking hi-fi, but when you're trying to listen to a film quietly at home, Stranger Things. Fucking shoot the sound man for that. That's not like you've just done a series that people are going to listen to at home, not on a fucking cinema sound system. I can't have that fucking rumble in my neighbours to fuck.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I want to, but you just can. You just can't. Yeah, fucking assholes.
Lucy H says, don't get me started on film levels.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought it was just me.
No. It's a massive thing. And
I just thought it was me.
As well. So you're listening to YouTube, and something's done really quite well to compensate for the fact that YouTube crushes your sound as well. So like Plaid, if you listen to the Plaid or any 7 Plaid again, or Fortet is another one. They're the same. They deliberately do what I do when I'm putting stuff on YouTube, is I drop the level by 2 dB.
Okay.
Yeah, and I upload it at 320 kbps, not 128. They're gonna
do something
crush it down to it anyway. So if I put it up at 128 and they crush it,
it might sound alright.
It's gonna be fucked. 128 is the limit. You know, that's when you can start hearing it. You know, my Warp Drum stuff. You listen to it on YouTube, and then you listen to the mixes on YouTube, then listen to the actual
originals.
files.
Yeah, different.
Fucking completely different. They sound like soup. On YouTube.
Yeah, they do.
There's too much detail in that top mid-range, and YouTube can't handle it because it's crushed too much.
T-Gold and Asio Head have just joined us, so welcome to the party. You're here for about the last sort of 45 minutes of the show.
I will make you famous.
Yes!
Hey, the light's in! The light says, hi everyone, I went and managed a full week living outside Facefuck, and I'm still alive.
No, you're not, you're just imagining it.
Literally.
That's not life.
Okay, so Graham says, M-Audio Jim, I tend to go muddy, so was warned that my bass would sound too heavy on a big rig. M-Audio 8-inch?
Depends where you are and how good you are at recognising the sound of your room. You see, the thing is, like 5-inch speakers and that, they're great, yeah? Like, because, you know, you're not pissing your neighbours off too much, and they're great when you're up close to them, but you're still guessing what you're actually doing with your sub. Like I've got a pair of 8 inches, I live in a little tiny 30-foot fucking caravan. It's 8.5 foot wide, 30 foot long, and it's made out of fucking like white Formica, right? The thing is, I know the space really, really well, but I got sick of guessing what I was doing with my sub, yeah? And my speakers go down to 30 hertz before they even start dropping off. So that's the difference between an 8-inch and a 5-inch speaker, is you're dropping off at 45 hertz or you're dropping off at 30 hertz. So if you want to know what you're doing with your sub, take note of where the standing waves in your room are. And if you really don't want to do a bass heavy mix, when you're sitting back and having your final listen to your mix, sit in the spot where you've got a standing wave.
Well, me and Warren do that all the time. Just take a step back from the seats and you can hear the bass.
Standing wave and make sure that you're not overdoing stuff. That 8-inch goes down that far for a reason. No matter how well you treat your room, you're never going to get rid of those standing waves. The best you can do is learn them and use them to your advantage. Same as all your reflected echoes. You can do so much deadening of your room that you actually begin to have trouble putting together a decent stereo image, and what you end up with is stuff panned too far left and right, which then upsets your mastering engineer at the mastering phase because he's got something that's really heavy on the left or right at certain points, and they got to start fucking about with pan and mid-side processing. No.
And will kill for you. Don't you want to become a cult leader? Since the death of God, there's been a vacancy open.
So standing waves are where you oh god, I've got to think of some maths now. So Graham, a standing wave happens when if you think of a sine wave, they call it doing a full revolution when it goes all the way up and over and all the way down. If you fold it back on itself, it makes a full circle, doesn't it? So what happens when your room is exactly half the length of a particular bass note that you are putting out is you create a standing wave where it bounces back on itself and it doubles up each time it does it. That is what a standing wave is, basically.
Butter zone.
Yeah.
Yep. In fact, when we were at the Good Intense gig, Acid Ted and Warren were moving themselves around the dance floor just to find that super sweet bass spot.
What you do everywhere anyway, because there's no avoiding the fact that no matter where you play, no matter how well you're treated your room, you're going to have some standing waves unless you can afford an anechoic chamber.
No.
Cambridge University, anyone?
No.
Only £35,000 an hour.
Is that all?
Yeah, and also I can't go in there with...
An hour?
Yeah, and I can't go in there without having a panic attack either.
Oh, it's those ones that are dead.
I genuinely can't tell where I am.
Yeah, dead rooms. I know what you're on about. Alien Probe, I'm going to give you a 9. Would probably giving you an 808 without my vocals in it, but I bumped it up to a 9. Top work, my man. I'm going to have a detailed listen to this one in a bit.
The light says Graham just did that thing when you're on a course at work and they say, has anyone got any questions?
Love it. No, but that's what we're here for. That is exactly what we're here for.
Yeah.
That's quality.
Adamski, yes, free wave folder, kind of. But it's frequency specific. Yeah, where a wave folder will fold it back in on the whole signal the same way a soft clip does. This is just a standing wave at a certain frequency. It can be very disconcerting.
Inky the Cat's just joined us and we're now inundated with porn bots again.
Oh!
Inky, you bought the porn bots!
Porn bots with you!
Don't worry, I will get rid of them. Okay, so this is RIP, Rip Records. No, somebody else you can catch at Kleinfest?
All these fucking bloody vibes tonight.
I'm not... Jim, they knew you were on the show, mate. And that'll be 8 times you've mentioned them now.
No, it's probably more like 12. I'm fucking obsessed.
This actually feels kind of underworldy to me.
I was also going to say it's got Sean... Oh, jeez.
Sean, not Ryder.
North Wales Sean. Red Productions.
Pass.
Into the Mad Hatter's second one. Played.
Prendergrass?
No, Sean. I've been out to get hold of him for ages. Just put out
Not Mills, Miles? No,
Rogart.
Yeah, yeah, Ledge.
Miles, Rogart,
Ledge.
Lodge, Tiercore. Go check out.
You are blocked. You are blocked.
If you haven't already, along with the Mounter. I had the Mounter night the other night.
We haven't seen a track from him for months.
God, he's been doing loads of stuff.
Has he?
SoundCloud is so full.
Is it?
It's ridiculous.
Bastard. Send us stuff our way, god damn it.
Come on, get back on.
Adamski says, old 90s Detroit, I'm referring to Love. DJ Normal Norman says Deep House. Dynamic says Track of the Night.
Well, mine's got that sort of like early Daft Punk thing to it as well.
Can you move move your mic a touch closer. Thank you very much.
Got that early Daft Punk thing to it as well. Simpler.
Okay. Isn't that an Ableton
But
thing?
in that.
Oh, simpler. No. You're talking.
Yeah. Just saying simple. Like,
Yeah.
but Homework album is extremely complicated.
Honestly, I don't think they've done anything as good as the Homework album.
They haven't.
Like, at
How
all.
the fuck do you top that?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Good
Sorry,
point.
but
Good point.
How the fuck do you top that?
So, have you heard Random Access Memories? The whole album.
Who's that?
Daft Punk. That was the latest thing that they brought out. Awful elevator music. I wanted to get your take on it because, like a lot of people,
of anything since they started doing all the manga stuff.
Yeah, Digital Love.
Really annoying.
Yeah,
It's like, oh,
yeah. I agree.
God.
I agree.
It was like the later Chemical Brothers stuff, you know.
I don't mind Chemical Brothers.
Don't get me wrong, I like seeing Chemical Brothers live because they always put on a really good show and they work for it as well.
Yeah.
I've been backstage at a Chemical Brothers show when
nice.
And they actually fucking work for it. Their panicky moments, they have so many tech issues and somehow they put out this coherent sound.
Yeah.
And actually when you're watching them backstage, they're just like, oh my god, oh fuck,
Yeah.
all the way through.
Yeah.
You can't understand how on earth it sounds so good on the other side.
Yeah.
You know, whereas
I can relate to that.
Who played later on the same night, and I saw them from behind, virtually did fuck all.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally
did fuck all.
They literally did nothing. They'd got 4 people running around backstage, like, but they themselves did very little. They did a lot of showboating and hanging on to things,
but no real thing.
Not actually any. Yeah, which was really disappointing because I'd seen them about 96
in their heyday.
Fucking, they were brilliant.
Yeah. The problem is, a lot of producers back in the day were using lots of kit, then went into Ableton or Reason or whatever and decided it was loads easier to do it that way. It's just a little less impressive to watch.
But I saw Daft Punk play and they were using 2 computers. They'd got one each, hooked up to. One of them had got a keytar and the other one had got a guitar, but with pickups on it, and they'd got a computer each, and they were playing basically like when you watch the computer streams. They were like stems mixing between them, and then playing live solos on top with instruments at the same time. And it was really fucking clever. Using
good to watch.
Ableton live like that was really, really clever, and it was good to watch. Yeah, it was genuinely. I was right up front for it, and yeah, you could actually. They'd got the computer screens on big fuck-off curved monitors facing forward, so you could see all the fucking flicking around and shit like this. And,
have you seen Tollington's rig?
but you know they do the lights as well when they're doing that.
Yeah, well, it's hooked up. Resolume, is it?
They do it with the lights. As
oh, really?
They choreograph it together. They put the sets together so that each clip sends signals to the DMX.
I've actually done that with the Chaos pads.
Yes.
You can send it off to Resolume. Yeah, I need to get back into that. What was I gonna say? Someone said something. I was gonna. Oh damn! It's gone. Anyway, this was a great track. That was absolutely beautiful. Not really my thing, but I'm going to give it a fat 808 regardless for it. And I thought that was lovely.
I like me a bit of house, so yeah.
Yeah. No, it was just so nice. You know, I'm a sucker for really nice production. That was nice, grooved along nicely, wasn't offensive in any way.
No.
Okay, something weird for you. Okay, let's see how weird we can go. And who is? Oh, Verm. Oh, it's gonna be weird. It's the Verm.
Weird Verm.
It's gonna. No, gone.
Got a wonderful
Yeah, Charlie. Yeah. After homework, everything was shite.
And I did try, you know.
I did because homework was so good.
Yeah.
Nice video.
Verm cares about his art. He really does. Just waiting for that kick to fucking. Dynamics absolutely love that last track. This is amazing. Pure Chicago, 10 out of 10. Todd says, would buy this in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that went down well, dude. That went down really well. Oh, wicked video.
I wonder where it came from. I wonder if he designed it or it's just pulled off the internet. You must remember Vern from back in the day. Sort of did soundscapey kind of stuff, like more like robots falling downstairs or attacking each other. His stuff is so much more tangible, no, grab hold of it more, you know? Like, it sounds like a track these days. Ooh. Drugs, that's where it came from, and that's why I believe the Chili Peppers should get back on the heroin. Nobody I've ever wanted to get back on the heroin more in my life than the fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh yeah, Tollington. Have you seen Tollington's rig? 2 bitwigs on two screens, 4 bitwig on touch screens. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I was going to say when you were talking about Daft Punk. Yeah, two touch screens.
Stuff. Been mastering some of his stuff just recently.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Remixing My Weird Monkey. Oh no. That was Hells, yeah. Okay. So yeah, Paul Hellier as well.
Good. It's nice to see him back in the game as well. Paul's been out of it for a
My
long
Weird
time.
Monkey release on Filth Infatuated a little while back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hells Yeah writes some absolutely beautiful stuff. Yeah. Really does. In the same league as Owen Offset, Tollington, you know, there's about 5 or 6 producers.
That stuff's fucking
awesome.
This fucking stuff's wicked.
Yes, Alan's kick is on the edge of beautiful distortion. Synthetic says, got some Lovecraftian visuals there.
Yeah.
That noise is not appealing, but the rest of it I like. It just kind of sits out above it for me. Yeah, Phoenix, F-O-E-N-I-X. There is a space. There's no space left for this week, unfortunately, because there are an extra, I think there's 40 odd tracks in the thread, and we only do about 30 per show. But here is the...
we ain't got endless stamina on my
No. We have got better seats these days, which means, you know...
Marginally, it's a bit like sitting on junior school seats, you know?
Absolutely. Tenner from fucking IKEA. So yeah.
It's about what you'd expect then, really.
Literally. I was walking through, and then right at the end they were on offer. I'm like, look how short they are! I have to have them!
Track of the night so far for me.
Really?
Yeah, I really like this. Yeah, this is definitely getting it play when I get home.
That's high praise. That's really, really high praise.
Yeah, I really like this.
And like I say, it's not
really like it's and again with that sort of almost 80s edge.
Yeah, I can hear that. Again, art would have been, you know,
but the fucking video makes it as well. Where the fuck did you find these visuals? They're wicked.
Yeah, I would like to know where you got these from, Art.
This shit's really cool.
Yeah,
I really like it. And it fits with the music so nicely.
Synthetic says sort of Gary Newman in parts. I was never a big fan, so I can't comment on that.
Legend. And apparently an absolutely lovely bloke as well.
Yeah, I've heard that about him. You can't slate lovely people, it feels wrong, doesn't it?
No, but I mean, I'm sorry, but Gary Newman's a fucking Subway Army. Fucking legendary dark.
Yeah.
They're fucking dark.
Tiny touch before my time, that stuff.
It's something you should go back and revisit. With Sparks.
Well, this is why I like going to other people's houses.
It's like, yeah, definitely things that are worth revisiting. Devo.
Yeah, Devo, of course, the Devo album.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But again, that's why I like going to other people's houses, because they put on music they like, so I get treated to
Army stuff.
Completely different stuff.
Your track earlier, Morgan, as well, along with this, my tracks of the night so far.
Charlie says Gary is still putting out great music. That depends on on how you feel about music, I think.
No, he actually is. No, some of his new stuff's really cool as well. It's very dramatic and showy. I'm not surprised that Charlie likes it, because it's like into that side of the whole trance thing.
So. Charlie's taste in music is just, it's all spectrums. It really, really is.
But yeah, no, I totally agree with him.
Oh shit, Charlie, you were supposed to remind me, motherfucker. You didn't remind me. All right, well, let me set up. All right, let's talk about this one. I really like this, Verm. I'm going to give you an 8.5 on it. It felt like a track. It moved like a track. It got more aggressive towards the end. The video was fucking stunning, and Jim loved it.
Yeah, beautiful sound design. Lovely. I love that fucking horrible but.
Yeah.
Just slow enough to be uncomfortable.
I'd never used that sound myself, but I like hearing it in others.
Steve Jones says this is Mandelbulb 3D animation. I don't think it is, mate. I think that was hand drawn.
Okay.
Oh, Steve, I'm going to have to dig out my old Mandelbulb animations for you. Damn, that smells good. I wish I still smoked tobacco. Going full on Orteca. Learning himself. The stuff he's producing on Mandelbulb 3D is amazing.
Tim says box modes are another way to explain standing waves.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, if you take any waveform, it doesn't matter if it's from corner to corner or length to length. If you've got divisibles of that wavelength, so if you've got a quarter, just over a quarter, then it's going to bounce back. You know what I mean? But halves are the ones, they're the ones that really double up level, which tend to get 30 and 8.5.
Like you should be able to hear that though as well, you know, like within your room you should know where the sound sounds a little bit deeper, more bassier. Yeah, you're walking around your room. I have to stand literally just there and then I can hear what the bass is doing.
There's a sweet spot in my caravan whereby at the moment I can't have it because I'm DJing at the moment, I'm practicing DJing at the minute, so the performance side of it I have to move the speakers further apart. Normally I have them in sort of sweet spots that we might a little bit on the sofa and I lay back on the sofa and copy the standing wave in the sweet spot of both the speakers, and I can create a nice average between the isolated sound of my speakers and what the subs actually do with the standing waves. The other way that I tend to do it is when I'm really happy with the track, I'll then go outside, put it on really loud, and I'll lean my head against my kitchen window. Really? It lets me really know what I'm doing with that stuff that just is under the floor that you can't really hear when you're in the caravan with it.
That's dedication, people!
But it isn't just that. I then listen to it on my little stereo, I listen to it in mono, I listen to it on my phone, I listen to it in the car.
Yes.
You know, it's about, like I said earlier, these days your stuff's not just getting played on a rig, it's getting played on people's car stereos, on the phone, or the mini rig. So you've got to try and average your sound out across all those things. So that's where your monitors are going to fall that little bit short. That's where you're going to want an ABC monitoring system. It's really important. It's actually more important to have different monitoring solutions than it is to have one really nice expensive pair of monitors.
Yeah, well, Warren's got two, and I think he's got a pair of KRKs and something else on top of him, and literally he'll turn one down, oh right, that's coming from there, and you know, oh right, okay, and then like balancing the two kind of thing, so
it's like, I
it is
really
important.
love KRKs, and I really love like my little Sony bookshelf speakers for DJing on, because they just fucking give you that sound you want while you're playing, but I wouldn't mix on them.
Do a mix down?
No, they're not honest enough.
I really like this.
Spot on.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. I think I'm going to give it a lick in the 9. Just lovely, moved along really nicely.
Production.
Oh.
Absolutely beautiful production.
Brad's just turned up. How's it going, Brad? So yeah, licking a 9 on that. I believe this is something new for the URL as well. I don't remember seeing this name at all. Please keep these tracks coming. That was a lovely one. I have nothing bad to say about that track and only good things to say about it. Gave you licking a 9, so you're doing well. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, so here is an exclusive from the Charlie Ryan's new album. He said,
yes, Synth Addict, you can do that, but not in my fucking studio.
What did he say? If you can visualize standing wave with the right bass frequencies and a steam of water from a hose. The hose stream can appear when you have locked the sine wave controlled to the speaker.
You've got to understand that the outlet of the hose has to be at a multiple of the resonant frequency of the speaker and the toner you are putting out for that to work. You have to bear in mind that for cymatics to work, that the speed of the water coming out of the hose, the width of the hose, and the frequency of the speaker and the accuracy of the speaker that you're using to affect that water are all going to have an effect.
Did I say Jim was a teacher?
We tried some experiments with a big Yamaha Passport sound system that we had for when we had bands playing, and yeah, there's some fine tuning to be done, but you can get some interesting water patterns coming out of your hoses. You can make them do spirals.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah. What's much more interesting is getting a big 20-inch speaker, putting it underneath a piece of sheet of metal and just feeding a sine wave into it, putting loads of sand on top of the piece of metal, and then feeding a sine wave into it and changing the pitch. And get all interesting patterns on the piece of metal that's above the speaker. Get refraction patterns. Go on, Charlie. Transers up, baby.
I do hate it when he puts trance in.
That's why he does it. That's why we love him. It's like, fuck you if you don't like my music.
I'm remixing. I'll start remixing. I just thought it would be nice to have some Charlie visuals going on. So there we go. This is what Charlie looks like.
Miserable.
Yep. Always and forever.
Fucking hates people even at a distance through a camera. Yeah. Look at the disdain on his face.
Correct. The one thing I will say about the man is he knows how to make acid.
Do you know what I love about him? No fucking showboating.
Yeah. Well, when you say that,
come to the clown party in the caravan and he's mixing there with one hand in his pocket.
Yeah.
Like this. And I'm like, yeah, fucking legend.
Hostapol says way too technical for me, but cool. And I'm like, yeah, for me as well. Listen to the acid!
Listen to the punch and the clarity.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it decent. Oh, Charlie!
Crosses that line between trance and techno nicely there.
Yeah. And does it well. The acid line is beautiful, mate. Oh, shit. Well, I missed so many comments tonight, and I do apologise about that, people. Oh, that's only a minute and a half long. Where have we got Oliver? I'm remixing again.
Cybernetic.
And this sounds very much like the Degenerate, which is a persona that wouldn't have existed without the URL. So there's another thing you've got to be thankful for. There's a really squelchy noise at the end of the, which I'm not keen on. Gone to the sweet spot.
Yeah, go on, Charlie. Go on, mate. Obviously. Just don't do him reading the bedtime story.
That was
terrifying.
Well, I thought he was going to get balls deep with the funny, and he was just like, serious, so I'm going to sprint to the end now. And that's it. What the fuck? I was expecting a skit.
Cybernetic.
Yeah, 10 for the acid line all day long.
Morgan, because he, for some strange reason, seems to think he looks good in them.
I can empathise with the wanting big glasses, though. I have small glasses, and I can see the rims, and I don't like it, and it pisses me off. So if I had glasses that big, I'd probably be happy with the fact. So yeah,
would you pout like that, though?
No, I wouldn't pout like that. Well, that's what he's known for, though, isn't it?
Ooh, look at me, aren't I hot?
Check out my soldering. Ooh.
Are you actually showing them this?
Yeah. I mean, there should be vocals to it as well. Let's see if there are.
All right, chill
No,
it.
sadly not.
Hey there, buddy.
Anyway, so that was Charlie Ryan, who blatantly gets track in the night. Again.
All right, chew it.
Who the bloody hell let this one up?
He's all right.
Who the bloody hell let this one
He's
up?
all right, isn't ya?
Meet Charlie. She loves dogs.
Hello, Charlie. She loves dogs. It's a bit wrong, but she can't help herself.
Okay, so the man, the myth, the war minstrel.
Okay, more trancy kick drums. I hope you all know I'm allergic to them. That goes for you as well, Charlie. Might have been track of the night, but it would have been better without the trancy kick drum.
Warren's going to hate you. He's built this as techno.
Yeah, but it's a trance kick drum, mate.
I was right there the other week and he's like, I've got a techno set, do you want to listen to it? I'm like, yeah, I'll listen to it. And it was much, much harder. I will give him that. Oh. I thought I heard something.
I guess I've got a funny idea of what techno is.
Do you want that? I'm not too sure. I don't know.
Either that or I'm just a demon bastard.
It's, yeah. Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. Oh, let's turn that down a bit.
Oh yeah, just not.
No, OBS lies until it goes all red. You're all good. No, trust me. No, trust me. Trust me.
Turn the stereos up and then so bad. Honestly, trust me. Side by side sound comparison. VK streams on all the time. Charlie says it's the only track on the album without an analog kick. I'll let you into a secret, Charlie. It's been about 30 years since I used an analog kick on anything.
I use virtual analog.
Of course you would. Of course I would. What do you expect? Nah, neither can I. Wait for Charlie Ryan's album.
I've got a copy of it.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, where's my copy, Charlie? Come on.
Nope.
Not that I've been keeping you up with my releases. You know.
That one there. That's Charlie's album.
Anyway, accuracy. I want my kick to sound like this from the beginning of the track to the end. I don't want it to change unless I put something in there.
Yeah. This is a recreation of a 909 and 808. I'm pretty sure of it. It's got both kicks in there. The kick drum on it is horrific.
Yeah.
Like, horrific.
Yeah. You not put samples in that thing? That one. Oh right, that's the TR8S.
Yeah.
It's just the TR8.
Yeah.
So that's all built in.
Yeah. And this one you can put in. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Honestly, I don't use the bass drum, the low tom, the mid tom, and the high tom. I know, right? But then I've got that, and then the snare drums as well. So. I should start using the toms. Todd says another great show, lots of likes in there. Yeah, we're coming up to the end of the show now. Oh, 2 more left. Woohoo!
Definitely trance though, mate.
Yeah, it does lean towards trancey sounds. It's the melody sort of stuff.
And it's the kick as well. It's like you put those sucky kicky kicks in there, and you instantly got trance. Also, delays. You have to be really careful using delays in techno tracks. It's so easy. Use a delay on a 303, you can turn it into trance just by putting a delay on it. Be careful.
Yeah,
it's such a fine line.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a treading.
Yeah. Again. Listen to Jim, and literally the delay for the Micro Freak. When I turn it on, it softens the noise and it turns it kind of trancey, and it's got a little bit of panning going on as well to it, you know. And it sounds nice then when it's original, just the line itself. It sounds kind of harsh, and that's what you want for techno. Charlie says Warren has Goa in his blood. I can hear elements of lots in his work. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's not going to give this one a 9. No, nothing wrong with it at all. Yep. Yeah, Brad, actually, it's the one synth I know very little about, next to the Hydro, of course.
You had one?
Yeah, there is, and I'm just getting into it now, finding out what I can do. Yeah.
It's a great little bit.
Well, the rig has changed so much that I've got to relearn a few bits and pieces, and so this one I kind of neglected for a little while. But honestly, the lower bassier tones that you can get out of it now are absolutely awesome.
Fat little synth.
It is a fat little synth, but it's also quirky and kind of modular sounding as well, which isn't a bad thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like the Convulsive Therapy have been using it really heavily.
The Micro Freak?
Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah, samples out from it a lot.
Okay.
It's all built on 2 MPCs, basically, their stuff.
MPCs?
Yeah.
As in the MPCs?
Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they just snap samples out of all their kit, stick it in the MPC, sequence it all, and then reboot it out as stems and run it through. I believe they're using Cubase at the minute, and then sort of mix it in that. And add all their processing and stuff.
That was the first door I really seriously looked at, Cubase.
I love Cubase.
I made a good few tracks in there.
It's got an advantage over Logic in that it actually has a sound.
Yeah, the linear sequencer.
This is what I don't like about Logic is that it doesn't actually have a sound.
Okay.
It's totally transparent. There's no character. There's no. Ableton suffers from it a little bit as well. Although Ableton suffers more from the terrible mixing environment than anything else. And the fact that all its meters lie like a motherfucker. Jesus Christ, people send me stuff from their fucking Ableton and it's always clipping to fuck.
Really?
Always. And they say, oh no, it's at -8 dB. And I'm like, is
Are you sure?
Look. That's like fucking, like right up near 0 dB.
Okay, so we've gone from a slightly trancey sounding one to a techno sounding one. You know, there's so much less melody in here. The kicks. Tollington says, this is my tune. You're correct, Tollington, and we did mention your setup earlier.
Callum.
Bitwig, I believe, with 2 touchscreen monitors. Very little melody. Very little melody.
You don't need it.
No.
That's not what techno is about.
No. Is the kick whack? I don't know about kick, but I will say that the hi-hats sound to me like they've got that MP3 hiss on them. You know when you download a track and it's just, you can hear it's MP3.
I was quite liking that actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
See, again, personal preference. Is the kick whack? It's a little weak. I'll turn it up a bit.
No, it's not.
You don't reckon? Right, okay, it's booming then. We'll call it booming.
Yeah, what I would say is maybe take a little bit. No, actually, I'm not.
Leave it alone.
No, leave it alone. That's absolutely great.
Apparently, it's the black hole on the hat. So really?
Yeah. Off of Tractor. It's lovely. I really like it.
Again, I think what Tollington uses Bitwig.
Because there's an effect called black hole. Okay, watch the level of that ride, mate.
It works as a touch loud.
Yeah,
it works as a touch loud.
Kicks. Oh, this is wicked. Yes, mate. Can't go wrong with a few shepherd tones.
Callum, this is lovely.
Yeah, he said shepherd tones.
Yeah. This is the best thing Callum's ever done.
Oh, I love all Callum's stuff.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, absolutely, but
this is fucking wicked. Get this off to Filth Infatuated. Seriously.
Yeah. Mark Neenan.
Infatuated. Yeah, Mark Neenan. Having said that, yeah, Mark Neenan at Filth Infatuated Digital, or the other person who'd have this is Alex at Urban Chaos Records. Send it to Filth, send me stems, I'll do a remix. This is wicked.
Oh, it's awesome. The one thing I will say is you kind of brought it down here a little bit, Callum, where you could have gone up a little bit more into the break. I'll maybe get back to that in a minute. I'd be gushing in my pants if I was on a dance floor right now.
Yeah, wicked, mate. Marianne Hobbs. I'll tell you what, I've lost count of the amount of stuff that I've sent through her fucking portal on SoundCloud over the years. If you get a response, I'll be like,
impressed. Okay, yeah, we're
I
in
sent
the
her stuff
breakdown.
after I met her, and she asked me to send her stuff, and she still ignored it. After she's seen me play. She's like, oh, this is wicked, send me some tunes.
Yeah, Mikey G did that as well. Send me a tune, I'll reset it. Never did. Like, we're in the breakdown of the track now. We know where it went. We're massively impressed with the track.
Wicked,
I just want to go back to here. You're building. You're still taking it up. And then... Is it this bit?
Yeah.
I'm sure you come down again. Am I wrong?
You are.
Maybe it was before there. Oh, I'm wrong.
No, it's just that little drop out for a couple of seconds. Which it kind of needs to keep the interesting going.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong. Tollington?
Fucking awesome, mate.
Yep, 10 out of 10.
Fucking 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't score, but fucking 10 out of 10.
That's like, if you want to make techno.
And the way it sounds like right there is already ready for release.
Yeah,
release,
yeah.
mate.
There's literally...
It sounds fucking banging.
Yeah, just bring the rides down a touch.
Yeah, just literally just a touch.
Yeah.
You can actually see where they come in on the waveform, look.
Somewhere here?
Yeah. Sorry, perfectionist.
This is the last track of the evening.
Let's be honest, £10 probably won't get you far these days.
You'll get your bag of weed.
A 10 bag of weed. Or a 10 bag of anything, wouldn't it? Obviously, that's why it's called a 10 bag.
It used to get you a gram of ketamine.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, back in the day.
Man, yeah, and good ketamine as well. Not like this fucking weak dick Chinese shit you get these days.
I remember there was some that came back and it was tainted with yellow, orange, and so for a while there was just orange rings around people's noses. Like, I know what you did there.
20 years ago there was some in Bath and it was all green.
Hey.
There was all these little kiddies running around with green ponies, green dribbles, you know.
Looks like we're ending on a thing as well. This is Oldie Toffee, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. OTOL, I'm sure of it. Sorry, a bit of techno to end with.
Callum, that was fucking wicked, mate.
Gave you a 10 even though the rides were a touch loud.
I'm liking seeing some dynamics in the tracks.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
I am so sick of that fucking overdriven nasal sound. Do you know what I mean? It gets right in here, doesn't it? Oh, Carly's still awake then. Oh, welcome, Callum. Welcome, mate.
No, I imagine Carly's been napping the entire time. She's tuned in for the last track.
When she's fairly sure that Ollie's gone.
Yes. He left after an hour, Carly. Literally, he couldn't hack the pace. Now, apparently he had to go over to Runtings to do something
important.
Always, always. She says she's not going to sleep.
We believe you, Carl.
Yeah, yeah.
Sincerely, we believe you.
Yeah. Older, kind of dirtier, but more techno. Callum's was like almost business techno. It was crisper, cleaner, bigger, dirtier. This is much dirtier. Wish I'd napped it. We are indeed twats and yells. Jim's been honestly on fire with advice tonight. He really, really has. Excellent. Yeah, the last three tracks have just been absolutely fucking stellar. Again, more in the techno realms. This one, there's no...
Yeah, no fucking about. This is just techno.
Yeah, there's no discernible trance sort of noises in there. It's just fucking pound. Mind you, I used the patch on the MS-2000 called Goa. I know. I'm horrified at myself. Bob says, if someone was playing this live, I'd stick around. Bob, you are part of Technogram, right? That is right? I'm sure that's you. Bass get better over there?
Yeah, it works.
Brad says, my hovercraft is full of eels. Eels up inside ya! And I don't even watch the fucking show. I'm wondering if it's getting a bit fatiguing now, he needs to do something. Oh no, he's not Technogram. Who are you then, Bob? I'm sure you were. There we go, acid line picking up. Technogram is a live act. I thought you were part of them. I played with them a couple of times and they played for Clownfest a few times. I'm sure it was you. Is Bob somebody else? This is just flat out acid. Something I do a lot of. Okay, so I can't pronounce any of that, Bob. But fair play. And yeah, do you make music? Because somebody the other day said, like, I've been following you, the Acid Clown, for a few years now, and I've noticed that your crew is really good, and I don't even make music. I'm like, you don't need to make music to be part of the crew. You just need to, like, show up and take part. That's literally all you need to do. Giving this one a 909. Absolutely flat out acid. Love it.
It's acid core, isn't it?
Virgin on. It got a little bit samey here until you started putting that acid line in, and then it just worked. And Virgin says, give us one last track. Is that because it's you?
Play the other one off my other thing then.
Go on then.
Just as a recap, what they can expect from the new album. To end on.
Oh, Callum, no. Not Callum. Sorry, mate. OTOL, who I'm sure is Oldie Toffee. Great fucking track, but there's no need for a fade out. Like, never in the world is there any need for a fucking fade out. Fade outs are for like 80s tracks. I'm just trying to fill dead air until Jim passes me the track. Yeah.
I'm trying to. I'm not sure how I'll do it on this now because it's decided it's going to give me a load of different. Copy link. There we go.
We have had 5 new tracks since the show has been live, and that is fucking awesome. Here is a link for the thread for that if you want to get your track in for next week's show. Don't forget, we will have Alan Crawford in next week, so we're popping Alan's cherry next week. That should be fun. I've seen Alan a few times now. It'd be nice to get back and catch up with him and what he's doing. So he will be in. Yeah, it was oldie toffee. So sorry for the fade out. You should be. Fade outs suck. Oh dear.
Here we go. Yeah, I've got to sign back into my thing because I was doing the SMMS thing. Scavenger mix mastering, weren't it?
Don't worry, we'll get there in a minute.
Yeah. Come on. Look.
I know, we're at the mercy. We're at the mercy. And you're not on my internet at the moment. You should have checked in. So I want to thank everybody involved in the 5th birthday, part 1. Jimmy Scavenger, Oliver Linear, everybody that put in on the thread this evening, and everybody that liked, commented, shared, or did some sort of contribution, because that is what it's all about. It did. Now all I've got to do is fast forward it to me at my other account. There we go. That should pop up over here.
I'm hoping that worked.
Should do. I can't see why it wouldn't. That looks good. Don't forget Horsefest 5 at this weekend. A?
Yeah, that's it.
Hold on. I've sent it to the wrong Mark Gardner. Hold on, let's do that again. No, I haven't. I've sent that to the right one. Why is it not coming? Oh, it has. There it is. Sorry about that. Technical fucking difficulties. Which one do you want?
Oh, that didn't work.
No, which one do you want?
It's not there.
No.
Oh, that's rather strange. Oh, play coup de grace then.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not have some techno to finish off?
Charlie. She loves dogs.
Oh, Charlie loves dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a bit weird.
So this is just, we finally got round to releasing this on Techno Value.
Oh, okay.
We thought we'd done it a long time ago. Yeah,
and
bit
it
of
didn't
a fuck up. So now this is just fresh. Follow the link. Free download as far as I know.
Ooh, did you hear that, people? A scavenger track you don't have to pay for.
There's quite a few out there if you look hard enough.
You should definitely do a buy me a coffee, Jim. I'm sure people would donate to your cause, especially if you had a few tracks to give away as well. Which you have, you got fucking loads. So, nice techno end to the evening.
Look at that sausage.
Here's a sausage. Have we got a break?
Not on this one, no. Can I take this off? Oh man, I'm still on.
Yeah, we are. We can. Yeah, we can disappear.
Shall we disappear, people? Have you had enough?
So yeah, this has been the fifth URL birthday. I can't believe we've been around for 5 years. 8,000 tracks and a little bit more has come through the doors. There have been loads and loads of co-hosts on the show, and I want to thank everybody that's ever been involved in the URL throughout the whole thing. Even the people that aren't in Clown Army right now, you one time put something in and that made, it made a community, and we're still going.
Yes.
All right, me and Jim.
And for who's just asking where can they download this from?
I will put a link in the comment section right now.
There you go.
There's an ocean of pure, vibrant consciousness.
We will be here next week, where I will be joined by Alan Crawford. Until then, Clown Army, I will see you later. I want to thank Jimmy Scavenger for staying in the whole night. Fucking diamond bloke. Alright, see you next week.
Laters.